Hello and welcome to the Nerd Theorist playing NerD&D. Hooray! I know we've had a little bit of time out from playing. Unfortunately, we've had, I've had a lot of technical difficulties with my computer. But thankfully now it's fixed and we are back at it. We are now back playing D&D in my homebrewed Hatheria campaign. Before we actually kick into the actual game, we've got some sponsorship news. Which we do have. We have sponsorship news, which is we don't have a sponsor. So if you would like to sponsor us, just get in touch through any of our media means, and we'll talk. Cool.
I'm really excited.
Really
I thought he's getting that under his hat. Fucking hell!
I was like, whoa.
No. But, you know, if you want to just sponsor the channel or just the D&D sessions, that'd be great. Anyway, whichever, we'll talk. Yeah. Anyway.
Exceptional raise.
Oh, yeah. Any other channel news,
No.
Great. So, that's where we were. So,
there's loads of stuff coming.
There is. But it's mostly coming from Gaz. So, Gaz, if you'd like to tell us what you've been doing, and by that, if you'd like to show, I thought you were going to reach and pull it out then onto camera.
By
what,
it,
this?
you mean...
This? Oh, yeah, look at that.
That's gorgeous.
Coming up on the Nerd Theorist, I will be making this windmill. Obviously, I've already made it because it's in my hand.
One you made earlier.
There is a full, I say tutorial, but it's more of a sort of a learning experience because I'd never used these foam bricks or done a thatch roof before. So I filmed the entire process. You can copy it.
But show the bit of ivy on the back. I love that.
Oh, the ivy. Oh, which side is it?
Pretty. Other side.
Oh, that's gorgeous. I love that. You've done each leaf individually as well, which is just stunning.
Individually, which I'd never done before. And the base is using Army Painter's Battlefield basing kit, which I ended up getting completely by accident, and I thought I'd review it. So that's another video coming up. We've also got another episode of Fallout Omega that will be coming out soon, and we've got the review of our friends at Roll It. Have got a brand new shop. It's amazing. They've got a tavern that you can rent out and you can play D&D.
It's true, it looks amazing.
In a tavern.
It looks really good.
And I was there the day they opened, and I filmed lots of footage, and there's a full bit of spiel, so that video will be coming soon. And we're going to be live at their 3rd birthday celebrations in a couple of weeks, where there will be live D&D one-shots and Magic the Gathering Commander games and all sorts of other tabletop joy from them. And that is it.
Wonderful. So
I should say, when I say no channel news, what I mean is
none from you.
Gaz has been really busy, but it's also my busy period with work, so I've been completely unable to edit on the fly like I normally would.
True, we all do kind of work.
And I'm still learning to edit, and my little test run the other day was abysmal. So unless you want just a black screen with sound, we might be better.
You got sound, that's good.
Yeah, it's a start. Yeah. You're learning. That's absolutely fine.
Blaring, going, where's the fucking picture? That's the only sound.
Anywho,
we'll talk. We'll talk.
We'll sort that out after this. So we'll crack on with our Hatheria campaign. So previously on Hatheria, as a party, you were on your way to Alzidora via the Arberath Mountains, trying to head off the Hathen army, which were on its way to Alzidora to invade for whatever nefarious purposes that they were intending. But you tried your best to warn them ahead of time, but you are trying to take the shortcut across the mountains via Grom's old... I say Grom's old. It's your people's ancient home, which is now in ruins, and you are now there in the old Grommune on the peaks of the Arberath Mountains. You fought some mist giants or fog giants.
Oh, they were nasty.
They were nasty, and you currently reside within the hall of your people. the throne room hall, which I'll actually bring up the image so everyone else can see that. There you go. So, as you can see, there is a fire pit in the middle of the room with fire which is burning. There is a mist gently drifting in the air, which just never seems to shift. It's a little thinner down here than it was on the surface, but there's little bits just drifting in through what is a hole in that back corner, which is letting in it's a very small amount of light and little bit of drifting fog which comes down and just settles ever so slightly in the room itself. But there is, in that corner, looks like it has taken a lot of damage. There is like a big drop there as well as being able to see out. And in that corner there is a large vault door. It's huge. It spans the entire length from ground to ceiling, and it's immense. It's a little tricky to be able to get right up to it because of the damage to the floor.
Right.
But it is there. And
is it appear to be untouched?
It, as far as you can tell, it does.
Yeah. Not
it doesn't. It
doesn't
doesn't seem to have been taken any damage from the giants that were here. If they have, they've been ineffectual at damaging it. Because this is a royal vault door from a race of artificer dwarves at the peak of their ability. So it is going to be difficult to get into.
Before anything else, Thunder will just cast a quick healing word on Hector, because I think I was making death saves.
Oh, were you?
Well,
yeah.
We've got. It's been such a while since we actually played.
I didn't have anything in my notes, so I'll
a quick look at your character sheet. I'm like, oh dear, I've won 0 hit points.
Yeah.
That's fine.
In theory, I think my last action was to come skidding across the floor while there was still a giant there and pour something down your throat. But I don't know if we had a round.
I think you went down again.
Yeah, I went down again. Yeah.
They were nasty.
Yeah, so he'll just he'll be like, up you get, shit man, and he'll heal him away.
So we are out of combat. So by all means, what are you intended doing? Helena currently is still stood in the centre of the room as a giant ape.
Mm-hmm.
So
I will give you
Meridian's going to walk
11
around
more
the
hit
back
points
of
for the cure
Helena and
wounds as
just
well.
have a
Oh, nice, thank you.
see if she's a boy monkey or a girl monkey.
Not like that.
Just,
Well, you never know.
Well, I want to know, Helena.
make an
Roll
investigation
for
check.
testicles. I'm gonna do it. 5.
Surely it's an animal handling check.
5. It would be animal handling, yeah.
Well, you're not making an invest like that. But anyway, no, you've no idea. It's hard to tell.
Too much fur there.
Yeah.
What
So,
about a monkey?
what are people doing?
I'm gonna take a big deep breath and sort of look around the room and make sure it's safe, and then sort of drink it in the
I'd
hall of my
like
father's.
to go over to the fire pit, please.
Okay, you can sit down in the fire pit. There's like steps down, like in the corners, and then on the actual main sides there are like seating slabs. They're a bit too deep for actually just use as steps, especially for dwarves. But they're more for sitting on. Mm-hmm. And as you sit there, the fire looks really close. It's warm, but it's not as hot as you would expect it to have been.
No
can we have
obvious source of fuel.
No.
Can we have a look on the giants? Mainly was one of them like a leader? Or
yes. Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
By all means, you can search those bodies. Make an investigation check. And whilst Hector's doing that, what's anybody else doing?
But do you know what? No.
Polymorph. Go up
I'm
to
gonna-
Meridian and slap him round back at head.
I'd have waited until before you dropped it, to be honest.
True, but
Yeah, well.
I'm gonna walk up to the vault door and start thoroughly investigating it.
It was 15 for my investigation.
Okay. You have a bit of a rummage round the bodies. Very similar to the fog giants you fought upstairs. They don't really have a lot of things on them. Yeah, they've got their weapons on them, which are far too large for yourselves to be wielding. Even for Cadell, it's way too big. And, yeah, they have very crude clothing. Yeah, there's nothing of use for you anyway.
Okay. Cool.
So, Grom, you seem to have moseyed over to the vault door.
I've just gone and started taking a very close look at it.
Okay.
Obviously, heard about the throne room in this, but I've never, ever seen it for real.
Make an investigation check.
I will. Hang on a second.
I'll give you advantage because it is technology of your people.
Brilliant, and I'm going to guide myself. And then I'll hold a flash of genius in reserve as well.
Okay.
Although it might not be needed. Let's have a look. What did I do before?
So, Grom's taking a look at this vault door.
Yeah, I'm doing
Anybody
that.
else
You guys
doing
move
anything?
I'm
having a sit
gonna-
around the fire.
I'm gonna fish my tinder box out of my pack.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna take a little pinch of the oil-soaked tinder, and I'm just gonna flick it into the fire.
Okay. It goes in. It does, like it does sparkle as like you'd expect it to. It does catch,
There it is.
but
I'm gonna
it
wave
gets
my-
deeper in before it sparks.
Can I wave my hand through the fire?
You can, and it does hurt. Take 3 fire damage.
Piss. Right.
So I get a total of 27 on my investigation, having used
Amazing.
guidance and my flash of inspiration.
Right. You can see that this vault door, it consists of 3 separate locks which have to be unlocked in a particular order, which you know would be the left one, right one, and the middle one.
Right.
And yeah, it's again, it is a very difficult to unlock with yourselves without the particular keys. And even if you do succeed in trying to pick it, it will take time. It takes more time depending on how well you succeeded in lock-picking each lock.
Okay. Is there any sign of anything that we've passed that would help me? Not seen anything of it yet.
No.
Right.
You get the feeling that these ruins, in general, have been picked clean.
Yeah, it would make sense. In that case,
It's been 200 years that these ruins have been left.
And everyone left in a hurry anyway. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have to take a look at this. I can't leave this. This is untouched. There could be untold treasures behind here.
Let me play your ditty to help you, and then I'll give you a bardic inspiration.
Oh,
Okay.
I like you. Always
So
knew I
what-
liked you.
It's a
Thunder starts.
1d8.
Thunder
So I've
starts
got a D.
playing something.
I went
inspire-
to cast enhance ability on you, but I don't have any more spell slots left. So
Damn it.
You're out. You're spent.
It's alright, I've still got a whole bunch of genius to go, so that's good. And expertise. So, yeah, I'm going to make sure it's not trapped first.
Okay. Again, that's the investigation. Getting all the investigations out of the way this beginning of this session.
That's 18.
Yeah, you can pretty self-assured that it's not trapped. They were just confident in the fact that it was incredibly difficult to get past.
That's fair enough. I'm sure. Yeah. Right. I will start work on the first tumbler then, while everyone, I assume, wants to take a short rest. If you like, at this point, that might be some time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you begin a short rest, not necessarily take a short rest.
Yeah.
So by all means,
That was
then
more
make
conversational than instructional. Yeah.
make a your lockpicking, your thieves' tools check, please, which would be dexterity, proficiency, and a dice roll.
Plus 2 proficiencies because I've got expertise in them. So, yeah. So, okay, so it's dice roll. I've got a guidance to hand. I'm going fully loaded with all of this. I'm keeping that one in reserve for a shit roll.
I've got 2 others after that one, just in case.
Oh, have you? Okay, then in that case, let's just go
one
all
for
in.
each.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just put the feed on and saw the wanted poster for Aidan.
16. Oh, we need it. Yeah. 16 plus 12, so that is 28.
And now I'm watching me laughing at seeing the wanted poster.
Yeah. So 28. You fiddling about with it takes you a bit of time, and after a little while, you get the clink, and you hear a and then you have unlocked it, but it has taken best part of 7 to 10 minutes to do that.
Alright, fair enough. Moving on
And is
then
that just the
to...
first lock?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
Moving on to the next one.
Yep.
Did you use the Bardic Inspiration?
I didn't use the Bardic Inspiration for that one
Okay.
at all. No, I got 2 on the guidance, 14 on the roll, and added 12.
Okay, so what's your next one?
It's a natural 20.
Ooh, for a total of...
There you go.
Plus 1 on the guidance, plus 12, 33.
Amazing. Having now kind of got your eye in with that first one, with this second one, you managed to click it into place. You know what you were doing, and you hear all the clicking sounds of the mechanisms behind the door clicking into place, and some creaking and grinding of metal, of ancient mechanisms trying to whir itself into action. And you do successfully unlock it. You did manage to do that a lot quicker.
One to go.
Left.
Okay, here we go. I'm just going to use the inspiration from the bat on this one. So that is 12 plus 2 plus 1 plus 12, and I'm going to add 4 to that because we're going for it all. So let me start that again. So that's 12 and 12,
24.
which is 24, 28 plus 2, 30 plus 1, 31.
Amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, you spend another 5 minutes trying to fiddle with this lock, and then you want to click it into place, and you have to kind of... bearing in mind, during all of this, you're kind of precariously perched over this kind of chasm of damage.
Drop. Yeah.
You manage to click this last one in place, and you have to kind of jump back onto the actual safe bit of flooring as the door itself goes and then creaks its way out towards you. The entire door, very Fallout-esque, just kind of creaks its way towards you, and then just kind of starts rolling off to one side. But then it gets only about 2/3 of the way across before it then starts grinding against a lot of the damage on the ceiling, and then kind of grinds to a halt. You immediately see on the other side of the vault door a tall, slender man.
Oh, not Slender Man.
Not a slender man. It's a man who is tall and slim, with slicked back grey hair that comes down to just below his shoulders, and he raises a jeweled chalice to his lips and has a little sip before saying, "You're all so annoyingly persistent," before the image of him just ripples and disappears. Nobody else sees or hears that other than Grom.
I just mutter under my breath, I'm a fucking dwarf, what'd you expect?
And the doors are open.
Oh, excellent. I will go in cautiously, having seen a tall, slender man sipping a chalice.
Yes,
I'll go
so
and have a look.
you step inside. It is dark within,
Mm-hmm.
and
I'll light my shield up as I come in behind him.
okay, you immediately light the room, and you immediately. Two things strike you immediately. One is a head of a dragon, a red dragon,
Look at that. Yeah.
mounted on the side of the wall on the far side. And immediately in front of that dragon's head is what looks like a font, but instead of being full of water, it is full of gold coins. And
Wow.
placed atop of it looks like a dragon's tooth. Which looks like it's come loose from the dragon's head as it's been mounted on the wall.
Right. I've watched Indiana Jones. Is that a trapped font of gold coins?
Make an investigation check.
All of the rolls today. 7 plus 8. 15.
You don't think so?
Okay, lovely. I will bear that in mind.
And whilst
for
you're
later.
looking around the font, you hear a of some sort of horn coming from the distance somewhere.
Oh Jesus!
A horn of
quickly.
yeah.
I'm going to. Meridian's going to have stood up as the thing's grinding away. He's just going to look over his shoulder. He's going to stand up and he's going to nonchalantly walk over like he really doesn't care. But as he looks through the opening of the vault and he catches sight of the dragon. His eyes are going to do that weird thing again, slitty snake eye things, and he can't take his eyes off that dragon, despite the fact that there's a load of gold there. He's just sort of mesmerised by this dragon.
It's
Is it,
fucking grand,
anything
isn't it?
else?
Take a look.
Anything else in this vault?
Chests, by the look.
There are a few chests on the back, on the left wall as you kind of once you've walked in. You do have to kind of hop over a bit of open ground to get through the door, but it's not a difficult jump. But
Heck, can we actually go into this?
Yeah, I mean.
yeah, you can. Yeah, physically you can move
my
yourself
God.
into the vault.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go check all the chests out then. In rapid, quick time, looking for
I'm gonna
anything
cast
of
detect
artificer
magic.
legend.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
nice.
a really good idea.
Okay.
I could
Good
do that
thinking.
myself, if you've got it. Well, yeah, there's not so much mist down here either, is there? So that's not bad.
Yeah.
Can we
Right.
make? Okay. Fine. Just for the sake of it, I will make a lighting
light on.
source in there. Oh. Yeah. There you go. Makes it a bit brighter. Not much.
Ever so slightly. Very nice.
So,
Right.
yes. So what are you doing in this vault with lots of treasure?
Scotty's
and-
cast detect magic.
Yes.
Okay, lovely. You immediately see that the dragon's tooth on top of the pile of gold is magical. That is all you sense for. Now it does, because it doesn't. Does it go through barriers? Detect magic. I believe it does, doesn't it? It's only so
certain
much
ones.
layers of stone stop it.
Foot of stone, inch of metal, and a thin sheet of lead.
Then
Or
you
3
do
feet above
detect
it.
other magical items in the chests as well.
Oh,
Excellent. Right, I am going to rummage. It's like, oh, it's just
Yeah, so the
family
magic
fortune.
over
Come
here,
on.
that tooth has got magic on it.
alright, cool.
Don't touch
Let's
the
go
tooth
to-
till last, because I
Yeah,
fear about
let's
the
leave
tooth.
that for now,
Let's-
maybe.
Yeah.
Let's go to where
Yeah.
she points out, and I guess.
Yeah, I
you
will
can-
go
you can-
around.
You can point out which bits are magic, and we can grow.
Okay.
Yeah, oh,
There is not really a great deal left in this vault. You get
Most of
the
tools and
feeling
stuff,
that most things of use will have been taken during the attack.
Yeah.
But yes, Helena points out the two chests on the back wall, which are both have magical items within.
I will check to make sure they're safe and rummage.
Okay, go on then.
Safety
Yeah,
check.
investigation.
Oh, natural 20
yeah.
again.
All right, that's
Natural 20.
with that
2.
natural 20. I'll say that counts for both because amazing.
All right. Yeah.
You are absolutely certain they're not trapped.
Sweet.
Cool. Excellent. Now, is it worth
Crack 'em
rolling an
open.
investigation, or are we literally?
You can open it up. You open it up. In one, you can see there is a wand sat in, and that is all that's sat in one of them.
Okay.
And in the other, you see a cloak in there. You immediately go to pick up the cloak, and your hand goes through it and hits the bottom of the chest. You suddenly realise it's to one side of where you thought it was, and then you grab it and pick it out. But as you pick it out, a ring falls out of it as well.
Oh, right.
And you grab the ring. And Helena can see the ring is magical too.
Keep it safe.
Yes.
Um,
That's a magic.
So I will take all of those 3 and scroll them for now into my bag of holding for safekeeping until we can get to a safer place where there are no
Okay.
horns.
Yeah.
And that's it, aside from the gold and the tooth.
Correct. Helena is
No
not
more chests to
detecting.
look at.
There's no more
Okay.
chests. There's no more pings on your detect magic. That is it. So what are you doing about the tooth and the gold?
I think Meridian would have picked the tooth up.
Whilst everyone was running through the chest, Meridian's
While
like,
we
"Yeah,
were
right."
running through the rest, I think he would have. I think he would have picked the tooth up, and I think
Okay.
he probably would have got 2 handfuls of gold as well and shoved them in his pocket.
When you pick up the tooth, some of the gold just kind of drifts down it and then falls onto the ground and made a bit of a noise, but you have a dragon's tooth.
What are you doing? Hey, now, listen, look, last.
I'll start scooping the gold.
Yeah, I was going to say, and I'll have 2 handfuls of gold.
Yeah.
Fuck
Okay.
your handfuls, and I'll start heck, you'll be
Like the end of the
shoveling
Goonies,
it into
you know,
it.
when they're just
Yeah,
end of the
shoveling it
Goonies,
into
when
it.
they're
Okay.
Bag.
I'm
mouthful
gonna get the
of
bag
them.
of holding and just scoop it in as we go here. 'Cause
All
it's
right.
fortune. I'm taking this with me, yeah. We'll get out
It
as soon as
takes
we
a
can.
little bit of time to scoop this gold in, and you can start hearing from coming from further down in the corridors, echoing through the chamber. But
There's no other exit from this chamber, is there?
other than the
There's
great
one
big
way in,
hole in the ceiling,
That was the hole in the ceiling.
where the
Yeah,
damage
we
to
could get out of
the
here.
the
Yeah.
hall is. But you can quite happily mark down 3,000 gold.
Whoa.
I will
No.
in my inventory for now, and then we'll distribute it in a little while.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what it.
Did you say the dragon's head?
Mm-hmm.
Is it just skeletal, or is it like?
You feel like it's been preserved, like taxidermied.
Has it got his
Yeah.
mouth open?
Yes.
Can I just pick one of the gold coins up and just throw it into its mouth,
Thank you,
Yep.
sir.
and just as a little?
2,999
Yeah.
gold.
You got 2,999 gold.
No, that's out of my own pocket.
Right.
That's one
Okay.
of
Sure.
mine. Don't add that. This one's on me, boys. There you are.
Okay. You can as a gesture to the
Like
ancient
I'm a
dragons
tooth
of
fairy.
old. Yeah.
I'll take the tooth. Here's a quid.
Meridian the Tooth Fairy.
Sweet.
Okay. Yeah, you can. And so what are you doing? There are sounds of giants echoing through the halls. What's your plan?
Go.
Was this room
Get the
a
hell
dead
out of
end?
here.
Yes, this
There
room
is-
is a dead end. It's a
So
vault.
we've got to
There's
go-
only one
we've
way
got
in
to
and
go
out.
back.
So the
Right,
throne
yeah.
room, though, there's a way out of the throne room, yeah?
There's
how-
only the hole in the ceiling in the throne room itself.
So we've
Okay.
got to go the way we came, basically.
Or go out the
Unless we can
ceiling.
get out the ceiling.
Oh, sorry, that's the second. Right, okay.
How tall is it?
Well, you can see as you kind of look up. I mean, beyond the size of the room itself, it goes up further. Like it's kind of blasted into the floor above, and then also partially into the mountainside that the building was kind of carved into. So until you've actually cleared rock, it's about 50 feet.
Right. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now, have we got any ways of getting us out of there? I've got no more jetpack, I'm afraid.
Not,
I don't know about the rest of you.
not the spell slots I need.
No, me neither.
Okay. Well, never mind then. This one's out then. Is it climbable? Do we think?
Yeah, I mean, Cadell definitely thinks so.
No, Cadell always thinks so.
Meridian's gonna fall. Meridian can't climb.
I've got to remember I'm not playing a rogue right now. Okay, cool. I mean, should we try that way, or can we bar the door? By the way, to this, it might be easy to do that to give us a bit of time.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly
big
possible.
Lads. Yeah. Can you make sure that stays shut? This
sure.
Pillar might do it.
And I'll go try and lift.
Yeah, there's bits of large slabs of stone. There's a broken table. There's all sorts of things. Yeah, there are statues. There's all sorts. Massive bits of stone that's fallen off the ceiling.
Push that statue in front of the doors.
Okay. Yeah, you can easily do that. We will declare these closed and locked. There you go.
Cool. All right, let's try and get out of here, shall we?
Yeah.
Find a safe way.
Make an athletics check to be able to try and attempt to climb out.
Athletics.
Yes.
Everybody.
Everybody's trying to escape the room.
Who's piloting Cadell, by the way?
Who wants to?
Thunder.
Yeah, I'll take Cadell then.
All right.
13. Oh, God. It's a hell of a roll for Hector. Jesus.
Do you want me to tell you Cadell's...
28 for
I'll just
Hector.
roll his,
Athletics has plus
character
8
sheet up.
for Cadell.
Oh, okay. He rolls a 9, 8, 17. Yeah,
Okay.
17.
So, 17 for Cadell. Helena?
10.
Okay. Hector?
Oh, yeah, he's got -1. 28 for Hector.
Thunder?
Jesus Christ.
12 for
Okay.
Thunder.
Meridian?
I rolled an 18, but I've got a -1, so 17.
17, okay.
Nice.
And Grom?
15.
Okay.
Quite good.
Yeah, you're all climbing up with reasonable, because as what you realise once you've started climbing is a lot of the rock, or especially on the far side, it looks like it's partially melted, and it's kind of created these odd kind of flows to it, which kind of makes some reasonable handholds in places.
Yeah.
So it made it a little bit easier for you. Helena just got there, but it takes longer for Helena, and I'm sure somebody else rolled low as well. Was it Thunder? Yeah, but they were making it out fine. It's taking time, and they get about halfway up, and they start hearing a boom, 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 as you're hammering against the door to the throne room, which makes you hasten a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
But you eventually reach the top. I mean, Hector reaches the top first. And you can see that you can get out onto the floor above. You can also get out onto what is effectively top of the... Not top of the mountains, but you're on a mountain edge.
Yeah.
Which you think that you may be able to climb round. It's more rolls and it might be a bit harder to do. But you might be able to climb round and get down again on the outside of the building, or the easier task could be to get back inside of the building on the floor above.
And get out there. There's that floor above and then out the main door, isn't it? Or is there the floor above that?
No, you'd be able to get out on that floor, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, well, I reckon go through the floor.
Sure.
Alright, let's do that and try and sneak out, shall we?
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah. So as I get up, I'll start helping people up through the hole.
Yeah, that's fine. I won't make people roll for that one, because it is the much easier route. I'd have made people roll for the other route. But Hector, and once Cadell gets there as well, he effectively forms a bit of a bridge between the gap, and he starts helping people over, with Hector passing people up. They're both immensely strong. So and get people climb up onto the floor above, which the room itself above there looks to be accommodation. Basically, there's a bit of a broken bed in there, which is mostly rotted away. That was partially wood and partially stone. Mm-hmm. The stonework's still immaculate and untouched, but the wooden slats and such were all in between, have all rotted away. But there's not a great deal else in this room. It's just an open view, which it's a lot mistier up on here. Yeah, very misty.
It is a worry that mist ain't going away.
I thought it would clear after we killed the leader, but
me too. But no, it doesn't seem to be coming from there. It seems to be coming from somewhere else entirely different. Hey, look now. I have to sneak out of here because they are going to keep searching. They've got good noses, these giants. So let's get out while we can.
Yeah, I hear that.
Okay, are you making haste or are you trying to stealth?
We're gonna sneak, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
As best we can.
Everyone make a stealth roll.
I'll give bardic inspiration to Thunder. Will just whisper sweet nothings in Hector's ear and give him a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
They've got disadvantage. So, a 20 and a 14. So 14 plus.
It's the
8. 14 plus 5. So 19. Where's it? I don't need to use it. Joe, I'll maybe not use it. Yeah, I won't use it. So Hector rolled 19.
Oh, Hector's got a 19. Thunder?
Grom has... Oh, sorry.
18. Sorry, Grom.
17 for Grom, 22 for Cadell, who rolled a natural 19.
Nice. Meridian?
15.
Okay, and then just Hector or Thunder, whichever one was the other one. Thunder.
13 for Thunder.
Okay. You sneak your way through the misty halls and corridors of the Grommune till you start hearing the sounds of giants and the thudding of the pounding on the doors and the breaking of wood and stone further into the Grommune. You believe that they've smashed their way into the throne room. But you make your way into the welcoming hall.
Out of curiosity.
Wasn't long enough.
I wasn't sure. Yeah.
No.
You bastard lock-picking skills.
Well, sorry, look, it was that, or be opening the fucking door and they'd be bashing that one down.
Oh, yes.
That's true.
Point.
That's true.
Then you all managed to make it into the welcoming hall where you initially fought the fog giants when you entered. You can see that the bodies that you had left there have now gone.
Good.
Oh, that makes sense if they've been down there.
Unless they
So-
turned into fog.
Well, that's
Maybe.
a worry. Aye. Are there weapons left behind, or have they been moved as well?
No, they've been moved as well.
Alright, fair enough. There we are then. They've not just
Is there a blood
discorporated.
trail?
Yeah, they just yoded it and all the clothes went. Sorry, what
Oh, it
did
might be
you
made of
ask,
fog.
Colin?
Was there a blood trail? Are they being the body's being dragged out?
Oh, make
Or,
either a perception or an investigation, either which you'd rather.
let's have a look, which one's invest?
Okay.
Good at that.
It's a little tricky with such
17.
thick fog. But you managed to find, because you knew where they were originally, you found the blood pool, which is still kind of there, and you can see that the bodies have been dragged out, as in outside. Yeah.
Okay, so they didn't get back up and walk.
No, they've not become undead. They've been dragged away by whomever
Zombie
found
fog
them.
giant.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, yeah, undead fog giant.
All for initiative. No. So yes, you're in the hall. What's the plan?
Get to the door and see if we can see outside to see if it's safe.
Okay, you manage to sneak up to the doorway, and you look outside. You can't see much further than 20 feet through the thick fog.
Of course we can't.
Oh, so annoying.
Shall we
What do we
stand
think?
next to the
Do we
wall
chance
and
it?
sneak around?
Do you know the
Aye.
way? Do you know
To
the
the
way
wall.
out? Do you know which way we need to get
Well,
going?
no, I mean, I've heard tales and I've seen pictures, but, I mean, the places are ruined.
Would you like to make a history check?
I would. I'm just loading up the resolve by accident. That's the wrong thing. Hang on. There we go. Right, do I get to use my stone cutting?
Yes, why not?
Oh, lovely. I get to double my proficiency, I think, with that. I'm just going to double check.
Pretty
It's
sure
been
you
a
do.
while. Brilliant. In that case, then,
Yeah,
that's 13, 21.
21. Yeah, you are aware from all the stories that your father and granddaddy Grom had told you down the years that there were two other exits or entrances to and from the Grommune on the Alzadora side. There was another tunnel which was effectively opposite the other tunnel.
It goes
But just down the opposite side. And there was another way to actually go on foot, but that way was effectively abandoned because it needed to go via the lake, and there was a certain nasty creature living there, which never bothered you, and as long as you never bothered it, but it pretty much ensured that no one ever went that way. But when there was a tunnel through the mountain, why would you need to?
Well, absolutely. Now, my history tells me that the town at the bottom of the mountain was kaboomed. Like, seriously blown up. So, what of the tunnel? Are we likely to get down it, do I think, and find that it's a dead end and we're
You don't know.
stuck? Oh, dear. I'll put it to the group. So, listen, there's another tunnel. It goes down just like we came up. Lovely. Maybe some more worms, because I don't believe we've done with them. But in theory, it takes us down to the town on the other side, on the Alzadoran side, that would trade in alchemical supplies and gems. Now, the issue we've got is that town did not survive. That town was utterly destroyed in a firestorm at the very start of the conflict. So we may get down there and find there's no way out. Or we can take the road above ground, but we've got to pass the lake. And the thing in the lake is peckish. And, well, we didn't go past the lake for many a year because why tempt fate? So I don't have any good options, I'm afraid. You've got two evils, and I'll leave it to you to decide which is the lesser. Or the quicker.
Whichever way we go, we're probably going to end up in a fight. And I don't know about Helena, but I am spent.
I'm just about spent.
You're not wrong.
So I think the priority at the moment is the safest place to rest before one of these two, even if it means starting and then resting. But I think whatever we come across, we need a good kit beforehand.
Aye, you make a good point. The
And
rest
as
of
for
you,
the
do you
route-
agree?
Well, if the lake we know has a monster in it, and the tunnel we think might have worms in it and might be a dead end, is it better the devil you know and just face the lake monster, or do we take the gamble that the tunnel is safe?
I'll be honest with you. If we take a rest, then perhaps we don't have to face the lake monster at all if you can fly us over.
Yes, I mean that's an option.
Yeah.
Find somewhere safe to put down for the night, and then maybe cut that part of the journey out, and then all we have to deal with is whatever wild creatures live on the hillsides. But given that, the underpassage was just as perilous as it was, I don't know how much different it would be. Obviously, you could expect maybe some more of these great crazy bird things that we saw down in Fair Delvin.
Well, that would be a concern if we were going to attempt to fly, because if I turn one of you into a giant eagle again, and so does Helena, and we come across one of those god-awful bird creatures, what happens then? I mean, we're two of you. I
suggest we leg it. Yeah.
If one of you is an eagle carrying the rest of us, and you're attacked by a giant bird monster, the rest of us are plummeting to our death.
Let's move away from here while we try and figure this out. Because
you can still hear the shouts of giants coming from within the hall while you're having the meeting in the doorway.
Let's find maybe one of these buildings that's abandoned in this town and bed down. Okay, let's just head out into the fog, I guess.
Okay.
We'll make our way to where I think the tunnel entrance is.
Sure.
And if we can just get inside that for the night, then we can make our decision in the morning.
Okay. Make a survival check, please.
Oh dear. Alright, I will bless myself for this one.
It's difficult navigating your way through dense fog in a place you're not entirely familiar with.
Okay. Because we're heading to our bed, I'm going to use my last flash of genius to make that 9 that I rolled into a 16 with the bless of a 3.
Okay. You start making your way through the fog. I mean, it's not a dead straight path in that kind of direction. You head in the direction that you believe it was when you travelled in from before, and you see several other buildings as they kind of drift in through the immensely dense fog. So you have to be very close to it. Even a large bit of wall you don't see until it's about 15 to 20 feet from you. And
Christ.
you come up with one bit of wall. It's just a ruin. There's not much in the way of protection or shelter. And that's what, building after building, you are struggling to find a place that's a decent bit of shelter.
Right. This is no good. Yeah, I'm struggling, guys. I thought it were this way, but I'm not seeing out. It's fucking fog. Can't get past it. Have I got a rough idea of position based on where we were and where
you occasionally see like a bit of fallen rubble. You think we climbed over that on the way down there, but only every now and again. So you think you're roughly in the right direction, but it's hard to tell.
Right. So this is you say climbing up on the way down. I was looking for the entrance to the descent to Alzidora and not the one we just came from. If that helps you. But,
that's fine. Yeah, I kind of made the assumption that it was easier to navigate back, because knowing it was kind of opposite, so back way and then across.
Yeah.
But
I got you.
But you think due to that, I mean, you'd see a few regular things, even if you're going direct to where you were thinking it was going. You'd see a few regular things going, I think we're going in the right direction, until you start veering too far away from the path you took before. But either way, you kind of think you're going in the right direction, but you're pretty much going to have to stumble on top of it until you find it.
Right. Hey, look, this is going to be a fucking nightmare if we carry on this way, I think. Are we heading towards the outside of the outskirts of the town? Moment, or
well, you start getting that way on, but I mean, you're still, it's still kind of finding lots of scenes of battle, lots of craters, demolished buildings. There's not a lot left of the Grommune. The main structure of the the grand halls of the Grommune stood only because of its grandeur.
Yeah, it's so big.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Well, I guess look, we can keep trying to find this place, or we can maybe just try and get out. Or we can take our chances and find a place to bed down in here. But I mean, I don't know about you. I don't much fancy being woken up in the night by an army of these giants.
No, that doesn't sound good. There's not a lot I can do to help.
We are stumbling around in the fog until we find a way out.
By all means, you can make a second
survival.
I can maybe guide us through a bit, Grom. You sort of. I have a general idea of where the tunnel was, and it's just opposite, isn't it?
Well, it was opposite. You don't know how far opposite, but they were effectively facing each other. But you don't know the distance.
We had aerial support the first time, so it's a lot harder this time.
By all means, you can support.
We'll roll one each. Oh, that's better.
I can use flash. I can use the bardic inspiration on this guy.
Yeah, it's
No,
an
I
ability
rolled a
check.
16.
A 16.
Where's the hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep listening
fucking hell,
out
great.
for any more sounds.
Oh,
of pursuit.
15 for me.
You occasionally hear the sounds of giants through the fog, but it's hard to tell what direction they're coming from, and it's hard to tell. They seem to be talking to each other. The big, booming, bassy voices just kind of echo through the mountainous ruins of the Grommune, and it's difficult to tell what direction they're coming from. But they're out there somewhere. You just don't know where. Sorry, how much would Hector roll for his survival?
15. It was.
Okay. You are heading in that direction. You are kind of aiding each other and trying to head in the direction you think it's going in, and you come up to what is effectively a signpost for dignitaries, travellers, whatever, who may not be natural-born Grommunites.
Grommunite, I think.
Grommunite.
Gromnites, maybe.
Gromnites.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Naturally born Gromnites who know the way around well. And basically one way was saying, lakes, but beware in one direction, and assigned like two others signposts, which are kind of one that goes saying like to Hatheria, and the other one which is to Alzadora. It's written in Dwarvish and then in Common underneath it.
Oh, look at this! Oh, hey, this is great. Now, which one do we try?
You start hearing footsteps.
Footsteps.
Sorry?
Big footsteps.
Big footsteps. And out of the fog comes a very large silhouette of a giant coming from the direction of the lake, but he's holding his side and kind of looks up at you shocked. And then, quick as a flash, out of the fog, a large tentacle wraps around his leg and just drags him back into the fog.
So
And
not
just
way.
that moment of fear as he's then dragged back, and then you hear nothing.
Oh shit! I've heard tales about that beast, but this way, quickly!
It might be full now.
No, it ain't be full
You
yet.
want to risk that?
But he's just eaten a giant. I mean, how big can this thing? How big is the lake?
It's
Reasonably large.
pretty big.
It's got a town on the banks of the lake. It's not like a pond. It's, you know... It would have been quicker to do a lot of travel if you sailed across the lake, and they never did.
Probably best to go down the tunnel then.
Yeah, let's go the other way.
Yeah, and rabbit
Yeah,
at the
follow
worms
that way.
and
Go on.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Ugh.
turning about and heading in the direction of the sign
To Alzadora.
to
via the
Alzadora
tunnel.
via tunnel.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
You head with this nice signpost. You orientate yourself and just head in that direction, and you do find it with
Lovely.
some guidance. You manage to find it okay. There's a tunnel open. It doesn't seem to have been immediately damaged and closed off from the battle which is ensued around it.
Mm-hmm.
Is the fog going into it or coming out of it, or
It seems to gently lap into it, but that happened on the entrance to Hatheria, the one that you came out of, but it didn't permeate all the way down the tunnel.
No.
All right, cool. Let's go and
Let's head
go
in
and
there.
find one of these little places to set ourselves up for the night, shall we?
By all means, if anybody does want to make a nature check, if they are proficient in it.
No. Although no, Cadell isn't either.
Thunder's half proficient in it.
I'll let
I'm not
Thunder roll
proficient.
for
I've
it,
got a
'cause he's
plus
half
4, but I'm
proficient in
not
every jack of all
Yeah.
trades that he is.
He rolled a 2. Well, 3.
Yeah.
But
Nah, he doesn't have a clue.
Yeah. No, I'm clever. I've got a plus 4, but I'm not proficient.
No,
So,
that's fine then. So you wanting to head down the tunnel?
just far enough for now to safely set up for the night.
Okay, fine.
Is this tunnel tall enough that it would easily accommodate a giant?
Not easily. No.
So we're probably
Okay.
safe just going in it. Yeah, okay.
safer.
Yeah.
So certainly this is the
Design
safest
tracks.
place you've found.
Yeah. Any tracks or anything like that at the entrance that suggests it's been used recently?
Make a survival check.
Damn it. 12.
Doesn't look like it.
All right, I'll do. No, it's safe. No one's been down here for days. Come on. Years. Sorry, years. I mean, not days.
Days. Yeah, just a few days ago.
Yeah.
Ignore the beeping.
Microwave's finished.
It's a fan with like a water reservoir in it. Every now and again,
Okay.
it seems to power off and restart again, and then it has the beeping like it's starting back up again. I'm like, there's no need. Nobody's done anything. But anyway, so yes,
Cool.
you head down into the tunnel, and it doesn't take too long until the mist kind of stops.
Yeah.
Unnaturally so. As if the fog is being
Stupid miss.
held where it is. So yeah, you head a little further down until you are relatively comfortable with the distance you've gone into the tunnel, and you want to make camp.
Absolutely. And then, as we're setting up for the night, I'll start ritual identifying the things that we found.
Okay. Yeah, Cadell is quite happy setting up his camp, and you can start ritually identifying. What's like 11 minutes each, something daft. Yeah, then by all means, what's your first one?
I'll start with the wand, because that was on its own.
The wand. That is lovingly referred to as the failed experiment. Probably the reason why it wasn't
It was
picked
It
up.
was left behind.
Yes. So
That's
basically,
ironic, Grom, because that's what my parents called me.
which ones? So
Both.
so basically, if I remember rightly, I don't have it up in front of me, but it allows you to cast a spell from it. It is either fireball or lightning bolt, but you don't know which it's going to be.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I see it. Right, I will. I will add that to inventory for now, and then we'll work out where it goes in a minute.
So it makes it a little bit tricky as to tactically how you're going to cast it. So, okay, next up.
Ring.
The ring. It is a ring of spell storing.
Ring of spell storing, which
Yes.
store spells cast into it, holding them up to 5 levels worth of spells at a time. Okay, cool. I'll add that to inventory as well.
It does what it says on the tin.
And then the cloak.
Cloak. It
Displacer.
is a cloak of displacement.
Yeah.
As you could probably tell by the fact you missed it when you went for it the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at it, and it is finely crafted from the skin or the fur of a displacer beast.
Yeah, that's very cool indeed.
I remember those chaps well.
Listen, Meridian, Dragon's Tooth. I know you've got it, and I don't dispute that. Let's see what it is. Hand it over.
Catch.
Yeah.
Now.
So yeah, as you're kind of looking it over, you can see that it's been fashioned as such so it can be worn as a necklace. There's like a little rope around it, so you can hang it round your neck, and it is Hestin's Bite.
Hestia's Bite.
Hestin.
Like
Hestin. Hestin's.
I've got Hestias on the inventory. A large dragon tooth.
Oh, that. In fact, it's my handwriting's Hestia.
Okay, cool. So it's plus. Oh, nice. Plus 1 bonus to ability checks, including
my hasty
initiative and
handwriting.
saving.
Oh, nice.
Just that.
Okay, very good. Added to equipment. Right. We will chat about these in a minute. So
Figure out who's best.
Okay. Whilst you've been doing that, it's more than enough time for Cadell to have put out a few rolls. He's not going to start a fire because you're trying to lay low.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what's the plan?
We are going to gather our thoughts and sit around and rest, and then divvy up some of the cash. And
how
work out
many
what
of
we're
us
gonna do
is
with
there?
these
6. That's 6. It's 500 apiece, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? So everyone had 500. I'll remove 2,500.
There you go. I'll add it on for Cadell.
Nice.
500 each. Well,
Yep.
sorry, what was that tooth called? Hestian's Bite.
Hestia.
Hestia. Hestia.
Okey-dokey, got it.
It is an interesting one, that one. Requires attunement.
Right. I've added it for Cadell as well, for the gold. So you going straight into a night's rest?
We'll just
I think we need to.
well, yeah, we will do. We'll just work these items out. Very
Yeah,
briefly,
because
and
it'd be worth attuning during this rest,
Yeah.
won't it?
Yeah.
Who? Meridian, you've already got a cloak, haven't you? And
Yes.
Yeah,
I
you
like
can't
that
wear
very
two.
much, thank you.
No, it's probably Helena, isn't it? Displacement. Yeah. I'd say.
We'll
This
protect
well,
the
I
squidgy
dunno.
ones.
It is handy to protect the squidgy ones, but it's also really handy to give someone with high AC disadvantage on attacks.
Oh, is that what it does? Oh.
Yeah, disadvantage
It's
on
okay.
attacks against you.
Until they hit you, and then it goes away.
Yeah.
So if it was disadvantage all the time, whereas if you've got a huge AC, it makes it much harder for them to lose disadvantage. And you go down in combat a lot.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm in there.
Whereas
Yeah, I'll take it if we think that's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you nearly died twice in that combat, and if they were struggling to
true.
hit you, that may have happened once or less.
Oh, it ceases to start until you and start in your next turn. All right, that's very good.
It's excellent. Yeah, it's really very good. The Ring of Spell Storing is intriguing. I'd be tempted to hold on to that myself because I don't have many spells.
Yeah.
Also, the interesting thing about a Ring of Spell Storing is the one using it doesn't have to be the one putting spells in it.
I was thinking that, yeah.
Oh, so you could store. So I could store a load of spells in it.
Yes,
Grom
up to
could
5
then
levels.
take it. I have a long rest. I get all my spell slots back,
And you've
all
got
those
one,
spells still sit in the
or
ring.
whatever. Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
Wait, that's very good.
It is. So yeah, you can fill it up basically, and I can have a bunch of spells.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be very handy because I only have a total of how many spells? When I'm fully to go, I have got 9 spells to play with, which is not enough.
Okay. So,
Which leaves the failed experiment and Hestia's bite. I'm going to toss the dragon tooth back to Meridian because I've seen the sort of cold gleam in his eye that suggested murdered me in my sleep right anyway.
Thank you. Yes, I would like that very much. Excellent. I shall attune.
And I'll I don't know what you make of this. I'll toss Helena the wand.
okay. With
There we are.
items divvied out.
Have you all added them?
Yes, thank
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, there it
Excellent.
is.
I will delete, and I will delete. Excellent.
Okay.
Right.
Then
Oh, I like the-
comes
Later base.
silky
Oh,
black.
okay.
Who got the cloak?
That's me.
Hector.
Hector.
Nice.
Hardest person to hit just got harder to hit.
That
Yeah,
looks, that looks
gives all my
Hector,
headache.
that really looks good on you. It brings out.
I
the
kind of
colour
like
your
it.
eyes.
It's I like the displacer doodads at the end.
It's
These are
really
lovely.
nice. I walk up to Hector and I go to like grab it and sort of hold it out, but I completely miss him and just sort of fall over. Wow,
Yeah.
it works. It works really well. That was
really well.
Yeah.
Smooth, Meridian, smooth.
Mm.
I like your
Well
I
played.
like your necklace. It's
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's
goes with the it matches your scales. I like it.
yes. Yeah, thank. I looked at as he says that. I looked down. I noticed that they have, after putting it on, sort of spread just a little bit, like this sort of.
Have we noticed his eyes do the thing at all?
Don't think you have.
Seen or
No, the
Because
scales
it
are-
happens in literally a blink
Yeah,
of
the
an eye.
scales are
So-
the scales are permanent, but
Yeah.
I think they went when I cast Fireball on all those dwarves. I think it was like just a moment of extreme anger, or extreme, but it's
Yeah.
only very briefly. Whereas the scales have come and aren't going away. They're now sort of from my neck down both arms to the backs of my hands.
Yeah.
You seem to be getting more scaly. Is that is that something that we need to worry about? Are you turning into a dragon? You gonna
Honestly,
are you gonna fuck some people up as a dragon?
Your
yeah,
guess
you
is
better
as
not
good as
fuck us
mine,
up.
Hector. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I, without talking to my natural parents, I don't know if this is hereditary. I don't know if this is something to do with the magic. I don't know if something that we've come across has done this to me. But I kind of like it.
You seem to be getting more powerful, and if it's coming with that, then well, maybe it's a good thing.
Well, yes, and yeah, you know, it's I think red's my colour. I think I can pull it off. I think
Ah, that's good.
yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I must admit, it does seem to go with the mood. It's with the things that we've been through recently. It's certainly, when I get angry now, I don't seem to have as much control over it as I used to. And as much as it pains me to say this, Hector, if you ever see me turn against you or any one of these, you put me down. And you
you
put
just
me down.
say the word. Get the
Well,
sharp end
I
of
won't.
that
No,
spear.
no, Hector, no. That's
Yeah,
not-
you
I
just tell
won't.
me. You just
No, I
let me
won't.
know,
No,
and
no,
I'll
Hector,
end you.
no, my point. No, the point is that I won't tell
You've
you.
been great at
Yeah.
communicating, Meridian.
No,
so you just
no. What I'm saying is, I'll lose control.
let me
Hector.
know,
No, I won't. No, I won't let you
You'll
know.
know.
I will probably
You'll
say the exact
know.
opposite.
and then I'll know. Okay.
Cadell,
Yeah.
Cadell,
I woke
I
up
get you.
and I
Cadell.
slapped Hector on the back of the head and
Andrew.
went, "You'll be fine." And I look over at him and I say, "I'll do it."
Thanks. Cadell, you're yeah. Okay.
You just tell me when to do it, Meridian, and I'll do it.
Oh,
Okay,
why?
it's
Yes,
close
yes,
when
of
you
course.
Just so you know.
If any of you need me to kill you, just say the word.
Word.
You just say,
Not
Hector,
right now.
please kill me now.
Head rolls on the floor. Cool. All divvied up. Starting a rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you taking watches?
Yes.
I'll take. Can I take first watch so I can attune to my?
You can.
truth while I'm...
You do need to be conscious to attune to something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can do that whilst you're taking your watch. That's absolutely fine. So Meridian's taking first watch. How are you divvying up watches?
We normally do 2 apiece, don't we?
There's enough to
Yeah,
do
I'll
to a
stay.
piece.
I'll stay up with him.
Okay.
So let's roll some stuff. And
Yeah.
then
Look at that.
we'll sit-
All my stats have instantly changed when I've attuned to it. Oh, I've got.
Have they?
Oh, God, there's some dirty rolls there.
Oh, does it automatically? You don't have to. Oh, that's genius. That you don't have to
Nice.
account for it.
Automatically. My
Yep.
intimidation's now +9.
Nice. So make a perception check, please, for your watch, whilst everyone
gonna
else
win.
gets their head
Ever
down.
good one I've ever
Now-
made. That's a natural 19.
I was going to say, Thomas, my perception.
Yes. You have advantage because of your cloak.
Well, I have advantage, but I now have a +1. So was
Yeah.
I attuned before my watch?
I'd have said no.
No, fair enough.
Not today. Next watch.
Next
watch.
watch, you'd be fine.
Yeah.
Right, first roll was a 9, second roll was a 5. Oh shit. So it's a 9.
Yeah, you're
natural
busy
19
looking
for the
over
first
this
time.
tooth and
Yeah.
trying to focus on
Yeah,
it and
I'm so
attune to it,
excited
but
about
Grom's
it.
paying great attention. And Grom can occasionally hear the thuds of large feet hitting stone, but nothing that seems to enter the tunnel.
Yeah. Just sit there, just mutter to him. It's like, yeah, it's strange, you know. This would have been my realm by now, almost. Things had gone differently. That place up there, that fog-shrouded ruin, would have been a glorious town full of people of craft and skill, and I'd have been sat in that there all next to my father. The things and the way that life takes you, eh? I don't
Me
know
both.
whether I regret something I've never experienced or not.
I mean, in another life, I could have been Sanctus Veritas.
Why? And in
Or
fairness,
at least one of his
Mhm.
right-hand men.
I think maybe it would have been slightly better if he had been, given what we've seen so far. But here you're here now when we're doing what's right to stop what's wrong. So
And I think that's the point, Grom, to be honest. I don't think the man you see before you now would have been the same man had I become Sanctus Veritas. I think
well,
if we hadn't have seen what we'd seen and fought what we'd fought, I don't think I would have been any better than the man that was there.
would I be the dwarf that you see today if I'd not spent all these years as a slave and I'd grown up as a court brat? Would I have even put to the skills I've got now? You are right. It's the path not taken. So,
Sad to think
Well.
that of all the trials and tribulations we've been for, we are better men because of all the shit we've had than
aye.
the men we would have been if we'd had it all handed to us on a silver platter.
Well, there is that. Then again, I say that my father was salt of the earth. I mean, it was a bit strange. He, you know, he went down fighting at the end, trying to save everybody, but he didn't strike me as someone who grew up and took all that luxury for granted. But how do you know how you turn out, eh? You don't, do you?
Well, this is it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have been brought up by original parents. I could have been brought up by my fake parents. You know, I was probably mostly raised by the streets. I mean, who knows? And I don't regret it. I mean,
No.
looking back now, And I think coming with you lot and doing what we've done, it has made me a better person. It has. Well, it's made me part dragon, apparently.
Yeah, what is going on there?
I've no
Like,
idea. I've no
I
idea.
mean-
It's strange, but I have to say I do quite like it.
Oh, does it feel different? Is it cold? Is it your flesh and blood underneath it? I mean, touch it. Yeah. How does it feel?
It feels just like he's got just like bits of hard skin. It's not made of actual dragon scales. It's just like harder skin, but it's just kind of slightly shaped of like scales. It's not entirely a deep red like the dragon head you left in there. It's like it has a slight sheen of red to it that seems more prominent in certain lights or certain angles.
Yeah.
It's like psoriasis, basically.
I was about to say, I think maybe we could see someone about a lotion.
But it does
for that.
look like scales.
Yeah, I think we could probably ease you into that a little bit more. If you only put something on it to look after it, you know. So, but this is it. You're a changed man, and you're a kinder man for it. I believe you're a kinder man for it. I want to believe that. I've seen you do things I wouldn't necessarily have thought of you from the first day we met. So,
I've shot myself, to be honest, with some of the things that I've done. I was only ever out for me in the early days because that was the only way I could survive. But now, with friends, I feel like I can help other people, and I think that's what you should do.
well,
Given the right cause.
I feel that you might be right there. So, I'm glad to have you aboard. Always have been. We've always had this good thing, you and I. We've always had this serious chat. But it's nice to get out of the country and have something bigger than ourselves to chase, eh?
Well, in fairness, most things are bigger than you.
Oi, don't you start now. Look, I've got this new ring. I'll load this fucker up and you won't know what's coming. Right, I need a piss and I'm gonna wait them and go to sleep. So
Okay,
I'm absolutely busting. And I am genuinely. So while they change watch, I'm going to piss.
that's fine. You can change watch. Who's taking second watch?
I'll do it second.
Okay. Who's joining Helena? Should be one of the people
That isn't here.
that's not really here.
I'll join Helena.
Just
I'll
to
join Helena.
spread it out a bit.
Yeah.
The Hector is.
Yeah.
Or Thunder. Sorry.
I was going to speak to Thunder. Even though Thunder's not here, but
No, that's fine.
as Hector, I was going to speak to Thunder. So maybe Cadell join.
Alright, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, so, Cadell can join you on the watch.
I'll roll Cadell.
Yeah,
Is it one person with advantage? Give Helena
It's either
advantage.
one person with advantage or you can both roll, either which.
Helena can have advantage.
Okay.
I'm doing investigation.
No, it's perception.
Yeah, perception.
Yes.
Thud.
Thud.
Yeah.
I forget your massive D20. Like, oh, yeah.
Well, it wasn't the big massive one because
Like a
that would have been, a bit louder. But
like a mountain giant throwing a boulder.
Yeah, that was a 12.
Okay. Well, as your watch progresses, first thing you notice is as Meridian falls asleep, he is twitching in his sleep as though he's having a disturbed, restless sleep.
Is he talking in his sleep? Is he?
Not as such. He's just tossing and turning a bit, twitching his muscles and legs are kicking out. And Meridian, in your sleep, you dream. In your dream, you feel your eyes open suddenly, but you see nothing. You're bodiless, weightless. You're a bodiless, weightless consciousness drifting in an endless darkness. But then suddenly you feel yourself being thrust forward, travelling at unfathomable speeds. And suddenly you see through the darkness these images rush past you. Like another and another. And these images are all entirely different. Some are of eldritch horrors which are reaching out to try and grab you, and you just flash past them before they could grasp hold of you. Or you see one which is a scene of the crushing pressures of an underwater landscape. Or one which flashes past you, it's almost like a shifting form of death. It's the only other way of describing it. But you fear all these horrific images that are constantly going past you might warp your sanity as it slowly drips away from you. Until in the darkness ahead you see a small speck of light, which then suddenly, bam, like quick as anything, is upon you, and you feel like it's going to hit you, and you instinctively try and flinch, but there's no body to react. But then, you expect it to hit you, whatever it was, but it doesn't. It envelops you. It goes around you. And then as it surrounds you, the light, which is now blinding, and it takes a moment for your vision to adjust. And all around you is now fire. But you're not surrounded by flames, you're in the flame, you're part of it, consumed by living fire that seems to be peering, watching you, peering into your very soul. But there's no pain, there's only peace and reassurance that brings your mind to rest and ease, and the rest of your night is peaceful.
Ooh.
And Helena now sees that he's now sleeping soundly through your watch.
Yeah.
That was exciting.
Mm.
And Helena, through your watch.
What can top that?
He's got his storybook out. You're
Yeah,
in fucking trouble.
Helena, through the darkness of the tunnel, you hear a voice which seems to emanate out of the darkness. It's smooth, sultry, almost like it comes out of the darkness like silk on the breeze. It's a female voice. It says, I can feel your thirst for knowledge. A hunger for power over death and undeath alike. An unstoppable drive for immortality, no matter who gets in your way. You remind me of myself a few aeons ago.
Mm-hmm.
You have great potential. If only I had a little guidance from someone such as I. And the laugh echoes and it fades away and disappears.
Oh.
And Cadell does not hear it, only you.
Don't leave me. Oh, okay. Ah.
But your watch is otherwise uneventful.
I'm glad I got wireless headphones because I could hear all of that.
Yeah, I'm regretting not having wireless ones when I walked upstairs then.
You have to rewatch that for Meridian.
I'm going to have to.
So yeah, that is your watch. There's no danger as such that finds you. The footsteps that Grom cautioned you of when you changed over shift seems to have gone. They're either either stopped searching for you or moved on to somewhere else. So, next shift is Hector and Thunder. Make your perception rolls, please.
Oh, it's a natural 20. They're just 20.
Bosh. Still the best roll of the night. Brilliant. Okay, so yeah, you spend the night being vigilant and ever watchful, but nothing really happens.
Okay. At some point, I'd like to just have a chat with Thunder. But Thunder, we're getting close now. We're almost in Alzadora. You're almost home, buddy. We're almost there. You must be looking forward to seeing your family again. I'm sure.
Yes. Family. I have missed them greatly. I worry for them also.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if your message got through and they managed to put up some sort of defense against.
They heard it. Whether they act on it, we'll see.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. We need to check. Remind me to check with Meridian that we need to check on when he wakes up.
Aye, we'll
We need
still
to
have
have
the
a look.
scry.
Yes, we'll have a scry on the Lee turn. See where they're up to.
Can try that.
I'm looking forward to seeing a new country anyway. This is gonna be exciting.
You'll love it.
All
I'll
the
show
things
you
you said.
around.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can well imagine. Once we've dealt with Lee turn, of course.
Of course.
Of course. All right. Let's wake everybody up anyway.
Yeah, you sense that the sun is up. Towards the end of the tunnel, you start seeing a bit of light, but it's hazy as it's trying to break through the never-ending fog. And Cadell is, as always, first to rise without you having to nudge him. Knows the sun's come up naturally.
While it's fresh in my mind, I'll mosey over to Meridian. Meridian, you might want to take a look in the scribe hall. See where Lee turns up to.
The scribal, Hector.
Yeah, whatever it's called, I don't know.
This is a magical art of the scribal.
Yeah. Do your magic, I don't know. Work your wonders.
Yeah, okay. Right, I'll get the scribal out. It's funny.
I can't remember what it's
mention
called.
I was actually umming and ahhing about contacting Bo. Do you remember him?
No, how can we forget, Bo? Maybe when we're not in the shit, maybe we can see how
I
he's
just
doing.
thought it would be nice to introduce him to Grom. I thought those two we could get a good
It'd be lovely.
conversation going. Anyway, yes.
Well, I mean, you say introduce him, but I mean, he knows.
He knows
me very well.
knows Bo.
Oh,
we
he
spend
does, doesn't he?
quite a lot of time together, and I miss him. He's a lovely bloke. He's a thoughtful
Oh,
man.
well, even more reason for you to have a little chat. It's
Well,
a
maybe
shame Arabella isn't with us. We could have got Arabella, you and him, to all have a nice conversation three-way
I
together.
do you know? I could have a chat with them all at some point, maybe.
Remind me, who did we contact? Thunder's family.
Thunder contacted his family. We don't know how that went. He went off and did it. But
Yes. Family, did he contact the president?
yeah,
he
did
did
also.
he did two.
He did the president and then his family as well.
Yes. He did. He
Contact now, then.
contacted. Once I find the Alzadora page, here we are.
She was a her.
Yes, President Armina.
Armina, that's it.
Should we try her again?
Uh,
I mean, it would be easier from a magical perspective to get Thunder to contact his family. That the connection makes the whole thing easier to do. There's a strong possibility that if we try and contact the president again, then it might just fail. I mean, we just want information from that side, don't we, to find out if the invasion has happened.
Mm.
I mean, she didn't listen to us the first time. I can't say she'd listen to us the second time. At least if we contact his family, we've got more chance of getting through, and at least we can find out what's happening from the front lines.
yeah, I mean, if we could get someone to come send somebody to pick us up, to get us to the capital from the other end of this tunnel, that'd maybe help.
So, sorry, you're suggesting that Thunder asks his mum for a lift?
Yeah. That's what they do, right?
Whilst you're having this conversation, can all characters roll the d20 for me, please?
The D20, a 5.
4.
With any modifications?
All characters, not all players.
Oh,
So Thunder and Hector both need to roll one. So just a
Jesus
straight,
Christ.
roll. Just let me know what it is.
Straight roll.
16,
16
5
for
for
me.
me.
Okay.
Grom rolls a 4, Cadell rolls a 3.
Okay. And what was Helena? Sorry.
Oh, 3.
12.
Okay. Lovely. Okay, as you were.
That's not ominous at all.
Right, I'll hand the Orb of Scrylepathy over to Thunder then, and
He needs to attune to it for an hour, doesn't he? Or is it not an attune? I thought it was.
It'd be handy if it was just a mobile phone. Yeah, just ring
Here you
someone.
are. I've started the call. You take.
Oh, it does. It does require attunement.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah. Well, are we any? I think it's probably worth spending the hour, isn't it,
Yeah.
to find out?
Yeah.
Over breakfast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Some bacon. Do we want to go back up to the surface and fly our way down the mountain, or do we want to risk this tunnel and then
Well,
risk having to
it
come all the way
swings
back
and
up here and
roundabouts.
flying down the mountain?
Flying down the mountain is going to expend quite a lot of power from myself and Helena, which is
Yeah.
power that we could use in a fight. However, if we go down the tunnel and we end up fighting those giant worms again, we're going to be expelling magical power anyway. My main concern is that if we do the whole giant eagle thing again, and we come across one of those god-awful giant birds that we fought down there, we're in the shit. Because we are relying on whoever it is we've turned into eagles to fight this thing off without
we're
sending the rest of
concentrating.
us plummeting to our death.
We
Yeah.
bolt it and land once we see it coming on the horizon.
I'll say that Grom, you can make either a survival or a nature check.
Okay. I mean, I don't think it. Oh no, nature. Nature's +4. And I won't be able to guide myself for this, will I? Or would I? Depending
I'll
on
say you
my-
can if you want. Yeah, why not?
Oh,
Go
I
for it.
definitely do. I actually want to take a long rest, that's why I haven't done that yet.
And while he's doing this, Meridian, you notice
Third natural 20 of the night.
a shimmering orb appear amongst your group. Invisible.
Oh.
Right, hang on. let me
Shit
take a long
house.
rest.
You know this as being scryed upon. You're not certain who is currently being scryed upon, but you know that someone in your group is.
Money on it being leeton.
Guys, we're being watched again.
Where? Who?
That thing that happens, that I think my cloak picks it up. It's like an invisible ball, but it means that we are being watched. Someone is watching us.
Who's it watching?
I don't know.
I don't care.
It's in
Hey, fuck
amongst all of us.
face. We're coming to kill you.
Is there anything I can do to? Is there any sort of investigation check I can do to work out who it is looking at, or is it just?
You can make an Arcana check to.
I shall make an Arcana check.
So
with my
what
new
was
+1.
Grom's roll?
It was a natural 20 and a 3. A third natural 20 tonight is brilliant. Which is a total of 27.
Nice. You know that travelling underground through the tunnels will take you approximately 4 days, assuming safe travels. If you were to walk overground, an estimated 5 or 6 days of walking down the mountainside. Flying overground, 2 or 3, but it brings its own set of risks. There's a lot of unknowns.
There we are. So I'll explain that. It's like, what do you fancy then? Short and dangerous. Short and
Like you.
exactly.
Beat me to it.
Fucking right, I am. Don't you mess. Short and dangerous, like myself, only less charming.
Let's go short and dangerous. High risk, high reward.
When you go short and dangerous, you never go back.
I rolled a 19 for my Arcana check, by the way.
Okay. You would know with that check that it'd be next to impossible to know who would be on the end of a scry.
Right. Well, I suggest we go down. We go down this passageway, down this tunnel for a bit, eh? I glance knowingly, sort of flick my eyes up at the ceiling, and then sort of
make a sleight of hand to try and convey the knowledge without the scry seeing.
Okay, that is a 13. Okay. Alright, we'll go down this tunnel for a bit, shall we? Let's see how that goes. Yeah, come on everyone, let's take our way that way.
I'm gonna Meridian's just gonna walk over to the orb, lift his robe, and just put it over the top of the orb because Meridian doesn't wear anything under.
But it can't rest on top. It's incorporeal.
No, it's fine. I just want
just
to,
over the top.
yeah.
That's fine.
So basically, teabag the orb, basically.
Okay. And after a little while of you doing that, and then you remove it, you realise it's gone.
In fairness, he'd probably be able to see with the rope of eyes, wouldn't he? Even with it under there.
No, he doesn't see within. It only sees 360 with outside of the. Yeah, it doesn't have eyes on the inside.
It would have gone anyway, but I like to think that it went because of my teabag.
You'll never know.
It's just like, fucking
somewhere,
bollocks.
Lee Turn is washing his eyes out with something.
Trevelyan balls again.
So you spend an
takes
hour talking amongst yourselves about what your plan is, being scried upon, and for Thunder to attune to the crystal ball of scrylepathy. And who is he? Sorry?
Who is he? I don't know
Just informing Hector what it's actually called. The crystal ball of scrylepathy.
Yeah.
Not scry
Scryball. The Scryball.
Big shiny Scryball.
I had it right first time. Scrabble.
Yes, so who is Thunder calling? Or trying to scry?
Oh,
His
Presidente. Oh, sorry.
His mum.
His mum.
His mum. I'm alright in thinking
wants
that
the
he
lift.
gets the test that you
You
have
can
to
talk.
roll. You get more benefits from someone you know
yes.
personally.
They get more negatives to their save.
Yes.
So chances are that they won't save.
But it depends entirely on who you want to contact.
Yeah.
I think we're far better off trying an easy roll to talk to someone in Alzadora rather than trying to talk to the president again.
Where does Thunder's mum live? Does she live in the capital?
He it's on the outskirts of the capital. Yes.
Alright, so if they were invading, she'd have seen it or been moved or evacuated. Maybe. Alright, yeah, maybe we can get some good information from her. Okay. Does Thunder know anybody who's in a position of power?
Well,
or
he's
anything? Does he know?
he's
Does he have an old
previously
mate who's
scried
a
on the
guard or-
president
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and actually
If he's
communicated
previous-
with her.
would that give you a minus to it?
Hmm.
Having communicated with her.
I suppose they've spoken together now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah, go president. Go president. Go harder, go home.
El Presidente.
Yeah.
Okay. Made me look at the wrong character. Hang on. I brought up Leethand
where
because
you
you were talking about
Sorry.
Leethand all the time.
This is where you have to do one side of a conversation while imagining both sides of it.
That's fine. So, what I'll do is the save. Okay. So, Thunder, he sits down with the crystal ball of scrylepathy and focuses on it, and his eyes glaze over. And it's all telepathic communication, so you guys don't hear anything. And then after a few minutes, he brings himself back round and he says, I got through.
And
She was some sort of meeting. Important meeting.
and they is the army there? Have they arrived?
They were talking about scouts they've sent out, not heard from again.
Yeah.
They know. Does not seem that war has reached the capital yet.
Okay, so we've got a bit of time.
I did not risk talking to her in the middle of an important meeting.
Okay, so
We got all the information we needed, yes?
sure, yeah. Okay.
Right, so Fast and Dangerous.
Fast and dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sneak back
Okay.
up to the surface then.
Back up to the
Not fast and
surface you
dangerous.
go. So
Let's run up loudly, banging our shields.
Before you do then turn into giant eagles or whichever your mode of transport is, we'll take a very quick break.
We can. Excellent.
Yes,
Yes,
and we will return in just a few minutes after we've refreshed our drinks and relieved ourselves. So, we will return shortly and then fly down the mountain.
To certain
See you
death.
shortly. Well, we'll see.
See you in a minute.
Hello, welcome back. After our short break, we are suitably refreshed and ready to get back in to our Hatheria campaign. So where you left off, you were just leaving back out the top of the tunnel at the Grommune to attempt to take the short and dangerous path of flying
Much like
down.
myself.
Yeah, short and dangerous. But in this instance, we'll also be
Sticking
far
with it.
away from the ground, unlike yourself. So,
Hey,
so
short man with lofty ambitions.
who is going to be the lofty ones?
Was
Me and Cadell, I think.
And Hector last time.
It was.
Yeah,
That's how you did it last
we're-
time. Yeah.
We're the heaviest, so it makes sense for us to go be the bird. So we're not being carried.
If yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very well. So, expend your spell slots to turn these hefty fellas into hefty birds. I don't mean that in the derogatory sense. I mean the actually feathered sense. So, yeah, you spent your slots.
Yeah.
What are you actually turning them into? Giant eagles?
Yeah, giant eagle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Giant eagle.
Fine. Hector and Meridian do their usual. Say usual. You're used to it now, having that form changed as the spell is cast upon you. And how we're going to do this is we're going to roll. Someone will roll the d20, and we'll see what events happen for the day. And
nice.
then, but how many times can you cast it? And how long does it last?
A polymorph.
Yeah, because you had to recast it a few times during the day, didn't you?
Yeah.
Now
I've got. Hang on.
Because when you were on foot, you were able to fly for so long, then walk a little bit.
yeah.
I have 3 level 4 slots, but I can obviously use spell, sorcery points, and my blood amulet thingy.
Mm-hmm.
So I can cast it 3 times without any modifications.
That's fine. I know you have the ability to cast it enough times. I'm just reminding myself of the how you managed to do that last time with travelling via this
Yeah, we
method.
We did have to. I think we landed.
Find
but I
places
think-
to land.
Yeah, but I think as long as we. It's
Yeah.
an hour in it. I think as long as you cast it,
That's fine.
concentration up to an hour. So yeah,
Yeah.
so after sort of 55 minutes, I
And
think
you-
you probably.
Yeah. So 3 times each, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. And then that's only 3 hours out of the day, and then you'll be able to walk/climb the rest of the
Yeah.
day. Yeah. For the
Yeah,
rest of
we'll
the day.
do it as opportune. We can always land and pick a target for the next one, can't we? So
Yeah. Okay. So, who wants to make the first roll of the day? And we'll see what happens.
we're leaving my place. I'll make it.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
Seems good. I don't know. I could be bad. Who knows?
You all take flight. Well, on the back of Eagle Hector and Eagle Cadell. And you soar up at first and head over the top of the mountains. As soon as you get up and over all this dense fog, you see the immense beauty that is the Arberath mountain landscape. It's early morning, the sun is still coming up, and you crest over those mountains, and the beam of the sun finally hits you. And you fly for a little while. You are able to find certain areas large enough to land a couple of giant eagles. It's not always easy landing, but there is certainly that possibility. But nothing nefarious happens, and the weather is clear and good. It's very crisp in this high mountain air, but is uneventful. And you
Just
managed
kind
to
of journey we like.
Yeah, and you have left your ancient home of your kin behind.
Yeah. Didn't get a glimpse of it at all. It was behind a fucking fog
Well,
bank.
you saw the peaks of the giant construct which held the main halls and the throne rooms, which stood out of the fog as it was kind of carved directly into the mountains.
Yeah.
But that was the only part of it you could see as it jutted out, because it was very dominating of the landscape even when the Grommune wasn't flattened.
That's fair. And as we fly away, I shall take one last long look at it and then very purposely turn my back and back to the mission at hand.
And you can see it's very odd seeing this circle of fog around it, which is very clearly not oozing away. Oozing's the wrong word. Drifting was the word I was after. Drifting away from it. It is very much held in place by you don't know what.
Yeah.
So yes, so you make several rests and re-polymorph your colleagues, and then you get to a point where you think, oh yeah, we'll be able to climb the rest of this. I'll not make you make the rolls for that as part of the roll for the day. So, and you make reasonable progress. So, who wants to make, unless there's anything you want to do during the course of that day out or night time, otherwise we'll just go straight on to the next day.
We could
bang another scry down. I think
scry happened that morning, so
so I mean just before we started the next day.
Yep, no, that's fair. Yeah, no, of course.
But if anybody had anything before that, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just listening out for another voice.
Oh, more voices.
More voices.
You experienced nothing as of yet.
Okay, yeah, he'll go for. I think he'll try for the Leethern, I think.
Okay. Leethern it is. Oh.
And I suppose he'll probably. I don't know what happened to him when he got captured and what he experienced, but he maybe have more first-hand dealings with him. Say if he'd possibly been interrogated by him.
He wasn't directly interrogated by Leethern, no.
Yeah.
But you've all met him and spoken with him. Okay. Okay. What was the DC on it?
I think it's 17.
Okay. Thunder attempts to contact Leethern, assuming it's still going to be Thunder doing it. It'd make a massive difference between you.
He had to attune to it, didn't he? So I just thought he'll leave himself attuned to it.
And he fails to contact him.
Fine. Oh, bastard.
So, who's rolling the D20 for the next day's travel?
Hey.
Oh, I got in there first.
9.
9. Okay. So, you begin your day. It is cloudier than the day before. There is snow drifting down around you, as it is snowed through the night. You're all very cold. And you still cast the polymorphs on your colleagues. You take flight once more. And during your flights, the clouds get thicker and heavier, and the snow gets heavier, and the wind battering against you. And you effectively lose a day's travel.
Oh.
because as soon as you land to do the walking leg of your journey, the snow is too thick, and it's still lashing down with thick snow, and the wind is harsh. You have to take cover, which you do manage to find. You manage to find some rudimentary shelter amongst the crevices of the rocks, but you are not able to do the walking leg of your journey and lose a day's travel. So, is there anything that you wanting to scry again for this next morning?
We'll try this one on Mr. Dengal.
Dengal.
That's in your sheets there, Tom.
Sorry?
Just testing you how quickly you can get their sheets up.
Yeah. Well, I've got a whole list of NPCs here. Then Carlos, where are you, Carlos? Did I even make a sheet for Carlos Dengal? I must have done. Must have done, though I can't see it on my list. Yeah.
I remember saying he really wasn't very wise, so he had like a 9 -4 to his wisdom.
Yeah, I don't see him, but Dengal, no, Carlos Dengal. He must be on here somewhere. Anywho, I'll make a roll for him. Kind of know what his stats were, but because I remember seeing them. But anyway, so Thunder is attempting to scry Carlos Dengal, which he doesn't know them.
Yeah.
He's never met Carlos Dengal, only knows of him. Okay, and it was DC 17? Did you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Thunder successfully connects to Carlos Dengal. What he will see is with it be you're doing it first thing in the morning, I assume.
Yeah.
So what you will see is him stood. He's organising troops. You seem to think you get the impression that they're already moving, even though it's first thing in the morning, early.
Yeah.
You've just woken up, immediately scried, and they are already marching.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's directing troops. He's making sure no one is lagging behind. He's constantly getting reports. He is on the back of a horse as he's riding along. He's barking orders at people and getting reports and reading them, passing on a report to go back. It's all logistics of marching an army. He is the head of the army. And you don't, as a scry, you can't see much around beyond the person themselves and what they're interacting with. So yeah, you see him that he's riding, or Thunder sees that he's riding a horse. Is Thunder going to talk to him at all?
Yeah, I think he will.
Okay.
Mr. Dengal, it is the representative of Aldidora here. I suggest you stop what you are doing and turn around while you still can.
He stops reading the report that was just handed to him. Looks about him.
You have severely underestimated the capabilities of our nation. So please, while you still can, I'd advise you, turn around. Save your men. Keep them alive.
You don't know anything of what you're about to face.
We know much more than what you think we do.
Then we'll see, won't we?
We shall.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay.
This is
That was
uncomfortable silence
the
at the
best
end.
Inspector Clouseau I've ever heard.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Thunder will relate that back to everybody.
Very well.
They are on their way.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're marching already. I fear they may get there before we get to them.
Okay.
I just have a feeling.
Can everybody roll a d20 for me, please? In fact,
Fucking hell.
you know it's going to be a wisdom
Wonder.
save, so just make it a wisdom save.
Oh, my wisdom save, so. Thunder's got a -3.
Okay, that's
So, Thunder's a 6. Hector's a 13.
Okay. Helena?
9.
Meridian?
9.
Oh. Thunders?
It was a 6.
Okay. Cadell's?
Oh yeah, sorry. Cadell's is 2.
Okay.
Oh. Natural 1.
You begin your journey, and again, Meridian can see the orb appear. Follow
It's
them.
back.
Who's on the back of whom?
I'd be probably with Meridian.
On the back of
Oh.
which?
That's a good point, actually.
I've probably got.
The-
I'd imagine I'd have Thunder and probably Helena on the back of mine.
Do they roll saves as eagles?
Don't worry about it.
Bad enough to not really matter.
Okay, yeah. So Meridian, you can tell that the orb, the scrying orb, as it's following you, it is following. You can tell now you're in two kind of separate groups on birds. You can tell it's following your particular group of yourself, Grom, and Cadell.
Interesting.
Okay, so who wants to roll this next day's travel die?
Okay, sorry, before we go on.
Yes.
Grom,
Hmm.
tomorrow, you and I travel on the back of Hector.
Okay. Alright, we can do
We'll
that.
find out who they're spying on by process of elimination.
It's 1 in 3 right now, isn't it?
Yeah. So if we switch birds and it still comes after us, we know it's me
We'll
or you.
switch. Yeah.
And then you and I switch. And by
We'll know
process
who it
of
is.
elimination. Although, even when we find out who they're spying on, we still don't know who the fuck they are. But chances are it's Dick, Hearn, Leap, Suck.
I think at this point, given that we've just put the bear, it's coming from the top.
Yeah.
And see what we can do.
Okay.
Mm.
Someone roll a d20 that isn't me.
All right.
Or me.
Who's the next day?
Let's go.
Go on
Got
then.
the big one out.
Thud. Oh.
4.
1, right? 4.
Oh,
Oh.
oh.
A 4.
4, he said.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, fair weather.
No. You are flying along. The weather is it's cold still very cold from yesterday's heavy snowfall. There's still a lot of clouds in the sky, but it's not actively snowing. Okay. Then, kind of out of a hidden ridge come several crossbow bolts. Come flying out. And oop, that one missed the tray. It never counts if it's not in the tray. Dealing 6 damage to Cadell in his eagle form. How many hit points do eagles have?
Tell you in a second.
Giant eagles.
They have loading it up now.
Drum roll.
26.
Oh yeah, that's all right. Yeah, so several fly out. A few of them miss, but one hits him square in what would be the shoulder to wing. But they came from a ridge down below you. You are flying past at some pace. Are you stopping or carrying on?
How far below is this region? How high are we at this point?
You're just kind of flying down, and they did have to arc it up, but it came more from the side, as it were. So you can gain altitude or just continue to swoop down.
Approximately, are we talking like 100 feet away?
It'd be more 60 to 80 feet away.
Okay. And did I see where they came from?
You know roughly which direction it came from. You didn't really see them till they came whizzing past.
I mean, from Cadell's point of view, I'm sure he would say, "Let's go and kill them," if he'd just been shot.
He would.
At which point, yeah.
In fact, Cadell's probably banking towards them.
I was going to say, so Cadell would
He
probably
would be.
already
Let's be
turning
honest.
round.
He would. He'd be turning. You can try and rear him in the right direction.
Get the reins, and just drag him across.
Grab his feathers.
No, yeah, this way. No, what I will do.
Did we establish that me and Grom were on Cadell
Yes.
and Helena's on Hector?
Yes, and he is beginning to bank in that direction.
Yeah, he's beginning to bank. Given that, I'm going to climb up onto the sort of the nape of his neck, and I'm going to ready fireball.
You should be able to do it from that range,
Okay.
shouldn't you?
I'm not going to fire it because I can't see them. I'm just going to ready
Yeah.
it.
Aiden's just messaged saying yes, he would.
Yes, I
Thanks,
would.
Aiden. We know you all so well, so that's fine.
Yes.
Good lad.
Can't play, still watching. Love it. Well done, Aiden.
Brilliant. Thank you.
I know him
What?
so
I'm
well.
gonna have to take a picture of that. I can't because my phone's over there. Damn it.
What?
Rolled max damage on the next volley.
Oh.
What would that be? It's 18. 18, 22, 26. That is 20, an additional 26 points of damage as several of these heavy crossbow bolts.
To Cadell.
Yes.
Didn't you say he only had 26?
So he's gone, yeah.
He is.
How much damage?
Was 26, did I just say?
That's exactly his max hit point. So even if I'd used my
But
turn before to heal him, no.
He took damage from the turn before as well, didn't he?
Yeah, but so I
But
was just about
you
to
did
try, maybe I'll heal
see
him, but, yeah.
where the volley came from. But you are now falling. All three of you are falling.
After
Down
seeing,
to
after,
Rocky Mountains.
yeah, after seeing
Okay,
Cadell
can I-
drop,
can-
I'll
as soon
start
as I
banking
see-
around.
As soon as I see where it comes from, I think shit or bust, we're dying anyway. I'm gonna fling level 5 fireball
Okay.
at there.
And I'm going to kick the jetpack into action.
Okay. Grom starts flying. Meridian fires his fireball. And it is a dex save, isn't it? What DC is it?
Hang on, I've completely lost where I am. Where's my level 5s? Fireball. Dex 17.
Okay.
Are we within? Would we be within 60 foot of these? This happening?
Of these falling, yes, easily.
Yeah. Thunder's gonna cast Featherfall on. It's up to 5 falling creatures. So.
Nice.
Well, Grom's flying.
Bang them.
Yeah.
So
But now that they are feather falling, I can grab one in each arm and just drag them with me
yeah, okay,
without having to lift them.
that's fine. Half movement, though, I'd say.
Yeah. I just
Well,
want
I'd allow you to be able to
push
drag
them.
them both. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So
Even
I
could
will. Yeah, I will full dash then. So I'll just one in each hand and just go that way.
Okay. You grab them as a happens on the side of the mountainside from Meridian's fireball hitting. You are not massively certain as to the impact of it because they are well hidden. But you saw
That's
what direction they fired out from. It looked like they were prepared.
That's where we are heading.
Do I
three
need
of
to
us.
roll
Okay.
damage or if I just hit the mountain?
No. Thunder cast Featherfall on you, then Grom grabbed you by the scruff of the neck and is dragging you along through the
Oh, I
air.
mean, do I need to roll damage for my fireball?
Oh,
Or if
yeah,
I just-
yes, sorry. No, I thought you meant hitting the floor.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry, please do.
And I'm adding 4 for me magical shit.
Magic shit.
Yeah, absolute magic shit.
15. $44 damage.
Okay, duly noted.
Jesus Christ!
That was level
What level
5.
did you cast? I was going to say, what level did you cast it at?
That was the most
Nice.
powerful spell I've got at the
Okay.
most powerful level.
Noted. So, you...
Just knocked us out the air. I was angry.
That's fair. Fair. You're well in your rights to be very angry at that. So you are flying towards this ridge. You're dragging them along, and Hector, being a bird, even carrying Helena and Thunder, travelling much faster and overtakes you. But you saw where the explosion took place. And
Can I just confirm, DM, how many times have I cast Polymorph today? So I know how many
Oh, yeah.
spell slots to knock off.
once.
Okay.
Once.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
No, yeah. So yeah, Hector takes a swoop round. Hector, Thunder, and Helena can make a perception check, but Hector would be at eagle vision, so that'd be with advantage.
Let's do that. What's the plus on it? Sorry.
Dave has the stats up. He did last for a
For
giant
eagle.
Yeah.
Perception plus 4.
With
Hold on.
advantage.
So 19 for the eagle.
Okay,
Thunder rolled a natural 19, so 19 as well.
nice.
Would Cadell, with his 1 kilometre eagle vision, get a go at this?
It doesn't count when it's in eagle vision. It's got the vision of an eagle, actual eagle. Oh no, because he turned back, didn't he?
He's got a
No, he
He's-
did.
Yeah.
But I was just saying that they rolled it first because they got there first.
Fair enough.
Because of
Figured
their
it.
fly speed. I know, because he's got a
Aiden
very
would
long
definitely
vision.
ask if his,
No,
if
that's
his eyes could
it's
see.
true. He would. Save you the roll because you can clearly see several charred bodies on the mountainside that are still simmering and smoking. A big patch, sorry, excuse me, where the snow was is now all melted in this big circular pattern, and in the middle of this pattern are 4 dead bodies. You do not see
Wow.
anybody else.
Oh, well, let's go check the bodies anyway.
Yeah.
In Big Eagle farm, I'm just going to land and then start pecking at them. Why not?
Okay.
Jump off and sort of shoot.
Okay, you check the bodies. Their uniforms are not of standard Hathen uniforms, but they are Hathen. They are of the black Inquisitor uniforms.
Oh.
I mean, everything's fucking black now, isn't it?
Any
Yeah. They weren't
Any-
True, but with the tattered remains that you could find, it was originally black.
any personal
fair
effects or orders or anything?
Nope,
On them.
these are extremely professional.
Dispose of anything like that.
Yeah, they're extremely professional. Don't carry their orders on them, and don't carry identification. They are effectively the Secret Service of.
Meridian's just stood there feeling very smug because he fucking hates the Inquisition, and if anybody was going to get toasted, he's glad it was them.
Yeah, but you have kind of cleared a nice space to land on the far side of this ridge for Grom, Meridian, and Cadell for you to be able to recast.
Take it out again.
Yeah, which you can do without a massive amount of worry.
Now, the hit points, Cadell hasn't lost any actual hit points, has
No.
he? The hit
No.
points just stop him being an eagle.
Any additional flowed over onto Cadell,
He'll
though.
have lost 6.
Yeah.
Right, there we go. I
So-
will take that off him now.
Do you
He
think
probably
might
needs a
want
long
to
rest
shoot?
if you haven't done
Oh,
it.
he does. You're right.
Yeah.
I'll mark his long rest first. There we go. And then
I'm just going to lock my
6
dogs up
damage.
because they're barking like mad.
no worries. But then the rest of the day goes on relatively uneventful.
Without.
Yes,
yeah.
without incident. So, how many days was that? That's third day, but you
2.
lost a day.
Yeah. Ah, yeah.
So you're getting to the point now. You can have a good view of Alzadora from here.
Oh, nice.
You can see the flat plains beyond, the hilly regions. There are. It's still quite a long way off, but you know you're within a day's travel, barring any incidents.
Yeah. Very good.
So, first off, scrying. Do you want to do a scry? A scrylepathy?
Yeah.
Who on?
I go for 10 bitten, I think.
Ooh.
Okay, I assume that's Colonel, not Captain,
Yeah.
because you know both.
Tell you something about your
Yeah.
dad.
Okay. You are going to scry on Colonel Bamberton. Attempt, rather, shall I say.
Yeah, try.
So, knowing the person, do you have personal items?
Don't know. It's just... What would I have of
A lot of
his?
his blood on us at one point or other.
Well, that was a while ago now.
I think we took his
Probably
uniform
washed
at
off.
some point, but then I imagine it was taken back off us. I don't know. Probably not. No, I was saying
No, that's fine, but you just know them. So what's that? Is that -2 to his roll, was it? If you just know them.
Yeah, I think. Let's have a look.
I'll make a
Not
roll.
loads,
anyway.
is it?
Likeness or picture. No, first hand is just 0. No. If you know the target well, they get a -5. If you have a likeness or picture, then you can get a -2. Possession or garment, -4. A body part, there's -10. So let's start taking people's
Body
nails
part.
and hair.
But his hand.
Yeah.
Guys. Just for future reference, let's start the hair
hacking bits
collection.
of
Palms
people.
into people's ears.
Right. Have a thumb collection around a necklace.
It'd
Anyway.
have to be the ear, wouldn't it? Like Reservoir Dogs. You hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay. You successfully get through to Colonel Pemberton, which proves he is on this plane of existence.
Yeah.
Because last time we saw him, it was not.
No, yeah.
And you see him. He's marching on foot.
Yeah.
But from the
Give
sound,
the bastard a horse.
the sounds of things, he is not with the main army. Because when you contacted Carlos Dengal, he was clearly with the main army. You could hear the cacophony of an army marching. But
This guy's a lot quieter.
there are other footfalls around him, but they are relatively quiet. There is no conversation between people.
What does the what's the ground around him? I suppose I won't get much, but the ground
tricky.
around him.
It's fertile grass from the looks of it.
Yeah. Not like pavement or anything. Alright, let's have a little talk to him then, I guess. Mr. Pemberton, we're aware of what you are trying here. Please cease and desist, and you shall encounter no more issues.
You're a fucking treacherous Alzadoran, aren't you?
Me? No, I am not treacherous Alzadoran. I am an Alzadoran with passion for my homeland. You fucking invaders.
You
Peace
make-
on your corpse.
You make a deception check if
Absolutely.
you want.
Oh, it's a natural 20.
It's not deception, though, is it? He's not treacherous. He is passionate.
No.
No, but you're pretending to be not thunder, basically. And what was it you were trying to portray to him? Sorry.
I don't really know. Gonna piss him off a
I thought
bit.
that far ahead.
It's just rile him
You
up.
clearly riled him up. I mean, his half-melted face.
Distract him. Distract him
is,
from whatever they're trying to do.
Yeah, he's got a bit of like spittle just kind of dribbling down his face, and he just kind of spits on the floor, and he was like, "Oh, we're coming for you. We're coming for all of you.
And that's what he'll just use the rest of
You
his.
know it, don't you? You can sense
the
the
rest
end
of-
coming."
The rest of the time, he's just gonna sing the most
The other side
annoying
of his
song
face up.
he can think of, just for
I
the
know
rest of
what
his.
song.
Yeah, just for the rest of his stride.
It's like the furrows in his head just getting. Okay. Yeah, and you can clearly see he's in heavy armor,
Yeah.
adorned with the symbol of the Inquisition on it. It's black armor with like a red cape flowing behind him. But yeah, you thoroughly pissed him off.
Well done. Mission accomplished.
Okay. Right.
We need.
So-
we need to strategize a plan to take down these heavily armored fuckers. We got bent over by them last time.
We're more powerful now.
Not
So would
that
I.
much more powerful.
And we got new toys.
So have they.
So, yeah.
Nah, if we die, we die.
They've got automaton constructs, I think. is what was being concocted for them.
We're gonna need more than just us to take on that army.
Heavy firepower, yeah. That's a lot, yeah. Alright,
With
final
Scribe,
day.
do you want to roll the d20?
I'll take it. I have just rolled it. I'll use Hector's dice.
In other news, it's absolutely pissing it down here all of a sudden.
Look.
Yeah, I've got a window open. It's absolutely bouncing down.
Wow. So, they've been invaded.
Yeah.
What was your roll for the day?
It was a 6, but Bertrand's going to use Chronal Shift, and he's going to reroll that.
True.
Okay. But you don't have that. You don't have that at all. It's just like from
Is this-
across
sorry,
the
is this
ether. Yeah.
Is this a new day? Have we had a long rest? Do I get my spell slots
Yeah.
back?
Oh yes, you
You
do.
do.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Excellent. That's a good point,
And
actually.
Cadell gets his hit points back.
Hit points back.
A 6.
6.
Roll
Well done, of
a
course.
d6, please.
Oh, a D6.
Yes.
2. So 2 dragons attack us.
I was going to say,
Okay.
why all of a sudden this depends on what vegetable he bums you with.
Okay.
Time for a pineapple. Fuck it.
Oh, full on Little Nick.
Oh yeah, Little Nicky was a great film. But anyway,
Oh, yeah.
I heard they're making a number 2.
Oh no, surely not.
but as you are approaching the bottom of the mountain, you manage to kind of reach where it kind of ceases to be rocky mountain and starts getting more green landscape of hilly landscape, and it is lush and green. And you get to the point where you then need to kind of drop and kind of start walking the rest of your leg.
Yeah.
But as you're kind of looking for a reasonable spot to land, which could be all sorts of places at this point, you just crest over a hill and then see several ballista set up,
Shit.
Level up from the last one.
expecting you. So, but they don't get the ambush on you. So, by all means, roll initiative.
Oh,
Oh.
Jesus.
Let me just
Thunder,
change the
Hector.
music.
Oh, me and Helena just knocking off one
Yeah.
dose of polymorph for this.
No, 3.
3.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, no.
It's the end of your polymorph travels.
Right, so I've got no level
No
4
fall.
spell slots left. Excellent. And by excellent, I mean shit.
Yep. Yes.
And she's just rolled a nat 20.
Yes, I did.
Nice.
Okay. Doing this by paper. So, right. Hector, what did you get?
19.
Ooh. Hector, right. And Thunder?
Oh, 13.
13. Okay. Sorry, Grom?
Grom got a 19.
A 19, another 19.
Yeah, well, he rolled a
And-
15, but yeah.
Grom, well, yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
You'll be up first. 'Cause
Yeah, Cadell, he gets advantage
Cadell
on
got-
his...
He did, he got a 20. He rolled an 11 and an 18.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
20 is Cadell. Helena was a natural 20 for a total
No,
of...
20.
Oh.
Yeah.
Meridian. How many, sorry?
15.
Ah, 15.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow, this is good
That's
initiative.
all right.
We're all we're moving at speed.
Did he include your
You
plus
are.
1 from your amulet?
I did, yeah. I'm very excited. I've never had any plus for my initiative
Okay.
before, and now I am.
Top of the round is both Cadell and Helena. I would say that's probably Cadell going first, seeing as though he's the eagle you are riding on.
Yeah.
Yes. Cadell is going to do as Cadell does. Cadell is going to dash.
Okay.
So he's going to go full 160 feet, at full speed, towards these corkscrewing. Basically going into full Starbuck mode.
I've got an upset little girl, so just bear with me.
Oh, no problem.
Apologies. Apologies that in my haste I also muted your audio.
Oh,
Damn.
So there you go. So apology, yeah. It was just
some
my
comedy
haste, so
gold. Everyone's just lost
Oh.
comedy gold then.
no! Oh, there were some
well.
classics there.
lost to the ether. So top of the round was Cadell. You said he was dashing in this.
He's going dashing. He's doing a full spin, avoid. If you've ever watched the How to Train Your Dragon films, imagine
Yes.
them going towards the ballistas and going
Toothless,
like that.
Yeah.
Toothless,
Okay.
yeah, exactly
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Doing a toothless barrel roll.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we'll class that as the dodge action,
Yeah,
if you
fair
want.
enough. That works. Yeah.
or a dash.
How far away were they? When we come to the ridge.
About 120 feet.
Okay, I'll do the dodge action. He'll not go full speed. He'll barrel roll it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, that's fair enough. So then it's Helena, which, if I remember rightly, you were swapping round, so you're on the back of Cadell.
Yeah. So. How
So-
far are we from the...
What's an eagle's flight speed?
80.
80.
80.
Wowza.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
I can get in there.
so
Yeah.
you are,
Yes.
the 40 feet thereabouts. Flying above them though, so probably more like 50
Okay.
to 60 in actual distance.
How far apart are the bolts from each other?
They are spaced reasonably far apart. They're like they know they're professionals. They're paced like 30 feet apart from each other.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
know what they're doing.
No more than 2 in any one. How many are there, by the way? How many ballista are we seeing?
4.
4.
I'll go for the far left one and
Okay.
I'll do a fireball at 3rd level.
Fireball, 3rd level. Okay.
And that is... That's
And
Dex
that will be-
16.
Okay. That's incredible. There's 4 people to each ballista.
Yeah.
First 3 rolls rolled exactly the same number. It's just like, that's immense.
Well, that's good.
So roll your damage. What's that? 6,000 to 1? Rolling 3 the same number back to back.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That's right, isn't it?
Ooh.
20 to 1, 400 to 1,
Something
6,000 to
silly,
1.
yeah.
20... 26.
26 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. 26. Okay. The ballista is catching fire. It's not entirely completely destroyed, but it is
It's on its way.
taken damage, and it is catching fire. The people manning it are hurt, but they are still standing and preparing to fire. It is Hector and Grom again, because Hector's the eagle in flight. I'll say you can go first.
Yes, I'll move and then I guess I'll. Who have I got on me? Grom and
Grom
Meridian.
and Meridian, yeah.
Oh, so you guys not gonna want to get right into their faces, are you? All right, allocate. Oh,
The
you
only,
do.
the only 2 people that generally ever want to get into the faces are currently the eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go at 80 feet, and I suppose I'll dash and go. I'll start going lower to the ground,
Okay.
and I'll get right up to one of the ballistas.
Okay. Skimming low and then dash to fly in.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you doing anything as a bonus action? Because I suppose you can't really do anything as an eagle as a bonus action.
No. I'll just try and
not
smash
really,
into them.
Hit on it.
That'd be an action, unfortunately.
Yeah. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Sure. And then it's Grom, because Hector has delivered you to a ballista.
Yeah.
Which one were you doing? There's one that's just caught fire on the far left, and then you've got 3 others in a line.
Talk to me
I'll
about
go
the ridge they're placed on. Is it sheer at all, or is it flat enough that if they get pushed about a bit, they're not gonna?
No, it's kind of like top of a hill, but yeah, it's not. They're not going to fall off anywhere. It's rolling hills basically.
Okay, so how low to the ground are we at this point? Are we really like jump offable? Rash, you bring us in.
Relatively,
Yeah,
but you
yeah,
are travelling at
I was-
speed though, quite quickly. You've just travelled.
Cannonball!
What's it? 160 feet in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So you're travelling at
fair
some
enough.
pace.
Right.
But yeah, by all means, you can jump off.
Ned, man, that'd be wise.
I think I'd have probably been seeing the far left one go up in flames. I'd have probably gone to the far right one.
Am I
Okay.
within 15 feet of these people?
I'd say so, yeah.
Excellent. Then I will stay on the back of the bird.
Because
and I
Hector was
will-
flying. He specifically specified he's skimming the ground and flying low towards it.
Yeah. Cool. Then in that case, as they, as we approach and we're doing that, sort of skimming the grass, I'll be knocking up my Eldritch Cannon with my action, and then as we get to within 15 feet with my bonus action, I will blast that out. As
Which
a
version
15-foot
of
cone.
Eldritch Cannon?
Flamethrower.
Sweet.
I'm going to flamethrower them all.
Okay, is it a
15-foot
save
cone
they need
across
to
a lot of them. That's a good question.
Is it like and generally fire-based stuff? It's usually a dex save.
Yeah, normally. Flamethrower. Yeah, dex saving throw. My spell save is 16, and it's 3d8 fire damage. Oh, 3d8. Oh, 14 fire damage.
Okay.
Everything.
It's halved if they pass the save, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay. Was these ones?
So hopefully that ballista's caught fire now.
Yeah, nowhere near as much damage as the other
No.
ones taken, but it's starting to catch.
That'll do.
And all the people manning it had to kind of dive out of the way as they were getting flamethrowered by a giant eagle with a dwarf on the back. Okay. That's assuming you're not using your movement because you've got an eagle
No.
for that. Fine. Okay. Then it's Ballista 1, which is now thoroughly on fire, which Helena shot at, is taking aim and will fire at you. Okay. What's the AC? Is it disadvantage taking the dodge action, or is it a plus to AC? I've forgotten now.
That's a good question. Actually.
Nobody ever
Let's
takes the
have a look.
dodge action.
Disadvantage.
Is it disadvantage?
When you take dodge action,
Yeah.
focus entirely on avoiding attacks. Yeah, disadvantage. Handy.
All right, fair enough. I'll roll again then. And what's an eagle's AC?
13.
No, it still hits.
Now, well.
So yeah, your barrel Cadell is like dodging and barrel rolling around, and will take. When I get another one of these out. There we go. That'd be 29 piercing damage.
Cadell is down.
Down.
9.
Oh,
He
no.
takes 3 points.
Okay.
Oh, hang on.
Hang on, hang
Just
on.
wait.
Wait.
Just wait.
Wait.
29, you say?
Yes.
Thunder is. Oh, Thunder's going to see it, and he's going to cut in words to reduce the damage by
Okay.
6.
Ooh.
Oh, he's on 23. He's on 3 hit points.
So the eagle's still on 3 hit points. Very good. I will not reduce him down any. And the crew are then frantically attempting to reload.
Reload.
Yes. Okay. Then it is Meridian.
Hooray! Right.
Oh,
How
hang
far?
on. Is it not me? I've just.
Oh.
Oh no, I flew.
You flew, yeah.
Sorry, I forgot.
You're
Like,
flapping.
I'd put Grom in front of me, but I went before him.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
How far away is the nearest enemy to me at the moment?
Directly
15 feet.
about 15
if
feet.
that.
Oh, yeah, because you're with Grom. Yeah. Basically, as Hector's flown down, he skimmed the ground incredible speeds, and then as they kind of approached, Grom's flamethrowered them, and you are effectively within 15 feet to do whatever you wish as you fly
Excellent.
past.
Okay, so then I will use 5th level animate objects. I'll pull 10
Straight.
10 crossbow bolts
Okay.
from my pack and turn them into little angry critters. And so what is it, a ballista that I've got?
A ballista with 4 people.
I'll send all 10 at the ballista.
Oh, the ballista itself, okay.
Yeah.
Sure, go for it.
So that is. Did we say they were tiny or small objects?
Tiny.
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 Tiny. Excellent.
If you can hold it in your hand, it's tiny. Small
Yeah.
is like a gnome.
Right. So. Right. Well, I've got 2 natural ones, so they don't hit because that would be. Oh, it's a +8, so that would be 9.
Okay. 9, I'd say, won't hit.
Right. Okay. Well, I only had 8d20, so I've got to re-roll 2 of them. So those 2 miss. So then 12 to hit.
Yeah, 12 will hit. It's a stationary object at the end of the day.
Okay, so if 12 hits, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. So I want 8d4s.
Plus 4 each, are they?
4. What's 8 times 4?
Plus.
Quick, someone that's good at maths.
32.
Yeah.
32. Right,
Get the
excellent.
accountant on the job.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 plus 32.
Why not?
Okay. You send these out, and they attack the ballista. And the ballista crumples down and falls, and it is rendered useless.
Excellent. Yeah, bonus action. Double bird.
As
we
you
fly past.
on the bird.
Yeah.
Okay. Thunder.
The Thunder's back in his homeland. It's like, these fucking animals come to my home. And he's going to whip out a clearly lit, and he's going to cast Wall of Fire, and he's going to start it at the one that's on fire and draw it across
Nice.
60 foot to hit the next one and the one after. Which I think, you say they were 30 feet apart.
That's right.
To be like, start one at 30 and then the one at 60. Because I think
Nice.
you can do it 120 from you, and it can be 60 foot long.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So that does them. So it's a for all those that would be in it.
Yes.
Are you doing it directly on it? So
Yeah, so that it's like in front of it, so that it hits the
All the blast
it's there
gets-
within
yeah,
5
okay, cool.
5 foot of it. Yeah.
I'd say doing that, it would only get half the crew within the 5 feet of it.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Is
Okay.
it the opposite end that me and Grom are at?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get my bolts.
No.
No.
Oh, excellent.
Just
Okay.
takes out the other 3, in theory.
Okay. Roll the damage for them.
5, 8. It is 14, 19, 21, 23.
Okay, very nice. That first ballista is properly cindered. Yeah, well, it's burnt beyond use. Several of the men are screaming in agony. But yeah, two at the back of the first one are still standing, but their ballista is useless. The other two are thoroughly on fire, but they're still operable.
Yeah.
Nice. So, what was the total again? Sorry, 27. You say?
23.
23.
Yeah. And then it's if
Cool.
the creature ends its turn there, or if it. I think was it end when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn, or ends its turn there.
Okay. Very well. Thank you very much. Sure. So, that is Thunder's go. Is he doing anything else? Is he just bonus action still?
He's got the Bardic Inspiration he can dish out. Who's up? Who would need it? Cadell. I'll give it to Cadell. I can Cadell Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
I'm on the back of him. So.
Inspiration.
Yeah. Makes sense.
With his very few hit points.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got a great big ballista bolt sticking out of him. So, then it is the ballista's turn. So, Ballista 2 turns in your direction, having just launched all this fire. Fires again. It's towards Cadell, and because he's the big target you are riding on the back of. So they fire, and his AC's like 15, isn't it? Oh no, it's sorry. At disadvantage. Okay, that does still hit. And then deals.
Going down.
We're going down.
Yeah. 29 points of damage.
Yeah.
And so what's 3 off of that? So 26
carryover.
points of onto Cadell. 26 damage. Wait, it's a massive ballista bolt. Massive.
Yeah.
When it how high up when it drops?
He was heading in similar to you.
Yeah, he
evasive
wasn't because he was taking evasives. He couldn't quite have skimmed to the ground as low as you were doing. But
Thunder will cast Featherfall on the 3 as a reaction.
That's fine. You all slowly drift down to the ground.
Nice, easy floating targets.
Yeah, I mean, you're still coming at a reasonable pace, but it's not enough to hurt you. It's not like very, very slowly. You're still coming at a reasonable pace, but you can catch yourself as you land. So, Ballista 3 has seen you fly in rather quickly to the ballista next to it, and they tracked you as you've flown in, and will fire.
Did that ballista end its turn in the wall of fire? The one that shot?
Oh, the ballista did, but the men didn't.
Do the ballistas still take the damage then?
It will do, yeah.
Yeah. Do I re-roll the 5d8? Or does it still take the 23?
It would take another load of d8s, but I'll save you rolling it because it'll destroy it.
Oh, sweet. Nice. There we go.
Okay. The next one fires and hits you. So, and then we'll do to you.
Who's it hit? Who's it attacking?
You. in
Choose
eagle form.
me.
It's
Hector or
well, it's Hector
It's-
just because he's
Hector,
the eagle that's flying.
Sorry,
past.
you did say he's tracked the bird.
Yeah.
Does it have disadvantage because I've got the cloak on, or does it not count because
It won't
I'm
count.
the bird?
No. So 25 damage.
So one
Which
hit
is-
point left.
Just enough to keep you as a bird. Okay. 25 damage, and then the men retreat from the wall of fire as the rest of the ballista catches and rendered useless.
Nice.
Okay, so that ballista is broken, that one's broken, and that one's broken. In fact, they're all fucked, aren't they? That's it. They're all done. There's just the men.
Out of action.
The men left. Okay. Then it becomes the Ballista 4's crew's turn, but the Ballista is already out of action, so the crew themselves, they will... you're out of melee range as you're kind of flying in, but your bolts that you've animated and thrown down are not, so they will draw in their swords and attack in the bolts. What's the bolts AC?
Good luck for that, son. They're tinies, aren't they?
Yes.
It's quite high, isn't it?
18.
Really ought to class it just as a swarm
Yeah.
and reduce its AC.
It's a sickeningly good spell, isn't it?
It's just ridiculous. Oh, that one's good. That one actually is just 18. That's a miss. Well, that one hits, so 2 hits. And that's a definite miss. Okay. So 2 hits. Which will deal... Fucking, I'm an idiot. Oh no, it's not, because that's 1 of each, so that's fine. That'd be 8 damage to 1 bolt, and then 9 damage to another. I don't know how much hit points they have.
20.
20?
20 hit points
20.
each.
I think.
Jesus.
That's ridiculous.
HP, yeah, 20. 28.
Wow.
Yeah, 28.
Well, they do have a secondary attack.
Oh,
One hits, miss, hit. Okay. No, again, 8 and 9 damage to those same bolts.
Oh, here's my pen. Right,
So
so
it's 2 bolts now, 18 and 16.
Yeah.
18 damage on one and 16 damage on the other.
yeah.
Yes.
Right, so
Out of you.
got two.
Loads of bolts, which you can see they weren't expecting that.
Yeah.
They're not prepared for it. They're just
Tiny little angry faces on these miniature crossbow bolts.
so then it goes back to the top of the round with Cadell.
Okay, Cadell will...
Who is featherfalled down to the ground.
As he hits the ground, he will bellow in rage and sprint to the nearest group of people.
Fair.
And
Which I
swing.
would say is it was Ballista 1, which has just the 2 men remaining at, but they were closest.
First swing then. With longsword is loads. That's an 18 plus 8, 26 to hit.
Yep.
And he's going the 8 plus 4, 6. Sorry, because he's raging. So that's 9 damage.
Okay. Ballista 1. Yeah, he cuts down the first guy.
And then moves to the second guy for the second attack. Back swing. That's less. That is 9 plus 8, 17.
To hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hit.
And that is 5 plus 6. That's 11 damage.
Yep, he cut them both down in murderous rage.
Yeah. Looks for the next person.
Yeah, the next crew down the line, a good 30 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay, Helena.
Right, are they all in a line?
I was just thinking that, like all in a line.
Not to you, no, because you would be 40 feet away.
Oh.
Cadell made it because he has a 40
Cadell.
feet sprint range. Yeah, movement range rather.
So, how far is the next lot of people from me then?
I'd say about 35.
Yeah, I'll do another fireball on them at 3rd level.
Okay. Yeah, they do have all 4 people left.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Add.
So it'll be Dex 16.
Okay. Oh yeah, Dex 16. Sorry.
Yeah. I can just do all the damage.
I mean, yeah. Well, by all means, roll damage now and get counting because you're doing it anyway.
Ooh. Okay. 26.
26. Oh, very nice. You launch it and effectively through the. In fact, Cadell needed to take all the d8s from the wall of fire because he ran through it.
Yeah, make a deck safe.
Okay,
But
dex
yes,
save.
Helena hears all the screams of pain and agony as you barbecue
I
the
get-
ballista crew, and they all die.
It's a
Got
good.
advantage on that as well because he can clearly see the wall of fire we ran into.
Yes, he's getting into it.
It's a good roll.
He only rolls a 14 now.
I think it's a 17.
It was 17, yeah.
Yeah, it fails. 20. It's 27 fire, but if he's raging,
Halved.
he's resistant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 13.
13, I'll mark that on. Okay. I'll assume he's not ended his turn in it.
Yeah.
So, that was Helena. You got bonus actions, movements.
I'll move along.
Just to get them in range, fine.
Yes.
Okay, then it's Hector. You're still at the far end of this.
Was there some
Rapidly-
crew? There was some crew left here, wasn't there?
There is, I think. Is it all 3 of that crew's left?
They're getting attacked by the.
All
They
4,
all
sorry,
took
all
some
4.
fire damage, but yeah.
They did.
Yeah,
they all took a bit of
they
fire
get-
damage.
And they're getting attacked by a bunch of bolts, aren't they?
Oh god, yeah.
Yes.
Dave, push that door shut. That pumpkin's freaking me out.
Well, this guy.
Yeah, glaring at me.
I suppose I'll fly over to the other group. So, Cadell's engaged one group. Second group's been fireballed. Third group hasn't been touched, apart from the wall of fire, and then this
Yeah,
fourth
first
one.
group is annihilated. Second group has only 2 of its crew left. Otherwise,
Did
that's
they-
it. Third one,
Who
2
just-
of its crew left, and that's it. And then the fourth
right.
one has all 4 of its crew, but no ballista.
And we're at the fourth
and a
one.
bunch.
Yes, you're
Yeah.
at the 4th.
Oh, I guess I'll just take eagle attacks at these guys
Okay.
that are next to us. I don't know what eagle attacks are. Great eagle.
Okay. I've got it here. So you got multi-attack. 2 attacks, one with its beak, one with its talons. +5 to hit on either of them.
Okay.
So your beak attack is 1d6 +3 piercing.
All right. Well, that was a 4, so I guess I'll misses.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
your
that's
talons
cocked.
also +5.
13, so 18.
That one hits.
2d6 +3.
2d6 plus 3. Where's my d6?
Did not think I'd need these tonight.
2d6 plus 3. So that is 5 plus 3, 8 damage.
8 damage, okay.
Yep.
Sure.
And I'll do, I guess.
Okay. Right, the next up is Grom. On the back of
you've
Hector.
kind of landed now to make your attacks.
Yeah.
Excellent. So we're 30 feet away from the other group who've not been touched apart from the wall of fire, right?
No, 2 of them have died because of the wall of
nice.
fire.
Oh, okay, and there's just 2 left. And all right, and the tiny objects are with the group we're
Because
fighting.
there's 4 ballistas, 3 of them got caught in the wall of fire. And the one you're at was not.
That's fine, and they're being dealt with anyway. So I will. If I hop off the eagle, are they going to get opportunity attacks?
No, you'll be hopping off into their melee range. Depends on what you want to do
hop
from
off and run. Well, I want to hop off and run to the next ballista.
them.
And torch the other 2.
No, I'll say no.
If he's
Go on,
mighty
then.
the face,
If
I
you-
go off
yeah.
the back. Yeah.
Alright, that's fine.
So I'll do that. I'll run 25 feet towards the other people then, while
Okay.
Ballista and Pencils deal with
Sure,
them.
I'll allow it.
And I'll
Go ahead.
I'll torch those.
So it's another dex save.
Pencils?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pencils?
You should definitely use pencils rather than crossbow bolts though next time.
I don't have any
Absolutely.
pencils. I keep thinking next time we're in a town I'm going to buy 10 dildos, but I don't have anything else.
If there's ever a place to
14.
buy them, it's Alzador.
14 damage.
14 damage at Ballista 3.
Oh, hello, kinky man. You want to buy a big purple dildo?
Okay.
There's only 2 of them left, isn't there?
Tentacle monsters.
So, that's fine, yeah. You torch them
Yeah.
both.
Okay, is there anyone left at Ballista 2?
Yes.
How many?
Oh, no. No,
No?
Helena's fireballed them. They're all dead.
Okay, cool. I will look back at the people at Ballista 4 then, and I will casually toss a ray of frost over my shoulder.
Okay, go on, that's a roll to hit, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and that's a natural 19 for lots.
Easily.
27.
hits, Yeah.
So that's
It's
2d8
one target,
plus
isn't it?
yeah, 2d8 plus a d8 for the firearm, which is not a great 10.
Okay. Plus 10. Okay.
And not that it makes a difference, but they've lost 10 foot of movement if they try and leg it.
Noted.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Meridian.
Right. What's left?
It's just the guys that are engaged with both Hector in his eagle form and all your arrows, your bolts, sorry. But
How
they're
many are
looking. There's 4 of them, but looking really rough.
Right, okay. In that case, I'm just going to stand proud on my eagle mount and just shout down to them, surely you have had enough. Lay down
sensible.
your arms and run.
Make either an intimidation or persuasion, whichever you'd rather.
Well, they're both a +9, so I'll say intimidation.
If you're on the eagle, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
and that was a
usually your
15.
MO anyway.
15 +9.
15.
So 24.
They clearly terrified at how you have obliterated the bank of ballista and put down the weapons. But then one of the guys puts down his weapon, but then turns to run. What are you doing about it?
As a bonus action, all of my bolts are going after the runner.
Well, they're already engaged with them, so you can roll for an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Run.
So is that just damage, or do I have to roll the
You have to roll to
You're
hit.
all gonna hit.
roll to hit?
Do I get one as a bird? As the bird man?
Yeah.
You can bite his head off afterwards.
If there's
Oh,
going to be
it's the
anything
one.
left of it.
Ignore
Oh no. Like,
It's the one.
missed.
Because Gaz at this point is standing up on your back, Just making you a bit off
directing
balance.
bolts.
Yes.
Lowest roll was a 12 to hit.
Yeah, I'd say that still hits.
Well,
These
it
aren't
wasn't the
frontline
lowest, yeah.
fighters. They're not heavily
rolled-
armoured.
I rolled 2 natural ones
Yeah,
as well.
War Machine crew, aren't they?
Yeah.
Leathers at
Eight.
best.
So it was 32.
Do you say there was at least 32 odd damage? Well, he's
Yeah,
dead.
but I want to add it up.
All right.
52 damage.
Oh, he got skewered by all of them, and then he lands dead on the
Okay,
floor.
just for flavour, they
Yep.
all go after the runner. They go through him, out the other side, turn back, and then stop inches from the faces of the other 3 that are still there. Like
Yeah,
that.
and they're like not moving. They dare not even flinch. They're trying their best not even to blink, but some of them are just like, I can't help it.
Lovely.
Okay.
That'll do.
You have
I
yourselves.
fucking love that spell. I love that spell so much.
You do. So yes, the combat effectively comes to an end, and you've taken 3 POWs.
We can interrogate them and then drop them off an eagle later.
Okay.
Right, I'll pull my 50 foot of Hessian rope from my pack and bind the 3 of them back to back. Start tying them up.
Okay, Brill. You can tie them up, and you then get a chance to try and take in the surroundings of this new nation that you've entered of Alzadora. It is, compared to Hatheria, the land is lusciously green. Even on the edges of the mountain range, it is wonderfully fertile, and as such, as you put your back to the mountains, you can see not too far away that there's farmsteads who are busy at work in what is the midday sun, and that is where we'll call it a night, as you have taken your prisoners. You've entered Alzadora at long last. It seems like a very long journey to have taken.
been a
Yes,
journey.
it has been a
But
very
you
long
episodes.
are
50 episodes to get to
here.
Alzadora.
Well, it's not
Yeah.
exactly the entire journey. It was 50 episodes, but this is our 50th episode, which yay! But
Yeah.
it's not all been a walk to Alzadora.
Like Lord of the Rings.
No, it's not.
No, one doesn't simply walk into Alzadora.
No, you fly. So, yes, and that was wonderful. Thank you very much, and hopefully
I
next
thoroughly
time we
enjoyed it.
will have Cadell joining us. Aidan playing Cadell joining us. But yes, until next time, whatever day that will fall on, we'll have to check our diaries because it's a very busy month. But
Summer, it's always complicated.
it is. It's very complicated. But
Yeah.
give us a like, subscribe, and you stay in touch because we will do this pretty regularly, and you'll find out what will come of these prisoners that they've taken and the fate of Alzadora. So until then.